What is up, ladies and gents? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Raf Esparza, coming to you with another great live fight companion. We are watching the ADCC trials. I have just ingested a burrito. It's a good day. We're off to a good start. So a few things to walk you guys through. So first and foremost, if you're new to this, what we do is we do a fight companion to watch along with the ADCC trials as they're going on. So I have in front of me multiple mats on display. And what I try to do throughout this broadcast is I try to tell you where you need to keep your attention. Now, it's difficult to figure out where your attention needs to be because throughout the day, any given thing could happen. You could be watching one mat and then something important happens. And we can tell you a few results that we have seen thus far. For example, friends of the show, including Jonathan Satava, getting a submission finish recently just happened. We also saw Ernesto Rivera getting a decision win. So that was pretty cool. We also saw a friend of the show, Andrew Cicito, the Sauce himself, getting a win via points. But you know what's interesting? So far, and I can't say this for everything just yet, but so far, you can tell it is the East Coast trials for this very reason. We aren't seeing too much ADCC style. So we're not seeing a ton of people going without the rash guard today. I think it might be too cold. That might be the situation here. It is hard to determine, but if you guys are watching along with us right now, we would love a comment, any kind of little notification that says, hey, we appreciate you, a like, a subscribe. All of that stuff really does help us in the long run. And if this is your first time ever watching the Grappling Hour or anything like that, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. It is going to be a long-ass day. We were ready to go about 30 some odd minutes ago. But here's the hard part about this. If you order Postmates and you want to eat the food, you have to make a choice. Do you want to eat on camera? And I have done it before. I don't recommend it. Mostly because you eating lives in perpetuity, whereas I'll take a few minutes to let some of the, what's the polite way of saying this? I don't want to say jobbers. Let's call them mid-carders. We'll let the mid-carders go first. So you can see the remnants of, in case you can't see, these are some Tapatio packets that I had for the very nice burrito. You know, it's kind of weird. Started off as a weird burrito. Didn't know if I was going to like it. Got better as I went along. I had a lot of respect. And the thing is, if I'm paying for a burrito and it is a struggle to eat when we do these long-ass shows, you're looking for some saviors, something to make it feel super nice. I think there was a submission that happened over on mat number 2, if I am not mistaken, and it looks like that goes on over to Harrison Hauer. So congratulations to Harrison. What's interesting is on this thing, I get not a full delay, but a little bit of behind on the action where it's supposed to be. So it definitely takes a minute to get everything used to seeing it on camera. Oh, you know what? Jonathan Satava didn't actually pick up a submission yet. I thought he did. I thought he was going pretty savage over on that side. He had a triangle short up, but they're still going with 4:47 left to go there. But I will say you can tell it is a hint, a whiff of ADCC in the air, as one of the best camera angles they could muster for you was in 720 quality, somebody's back knee right against the camera screen. So they basically just have them on tripods, and you get what you get, friends. As you guys are going along, feel free to send me comments. I will be keeping eyes on that, and I will let you know if I see some of your friends competing. I put alerts for them to tell me when certain people were going to compete. I have not seen a single email basically sent to me as a result of that. So been a little disappointed there. But the interesting thing about these first rounds is that you do see some unfamiliar faces. So it takes a minute to kind of get used to everybody here. And as we start going throughout the day, you're going to notice that some of your favorites, like your Keith Krikorians, they're going to take a little while before they get on air. So this is very much an exercise in patience, in trying to get everything, all of your expectations managed. And really, one of the reasons why I am here, aside from being clinically insane, real talk here, people, I'm trying to do the work for those of you who do not want to subscribe to Flow Grappling. Because, let's be real, that's extra money. And in this economy, you probably just want to know what's going on with your friends. So I will do my best. I can't promise you I'll know every single result, but I will definitely try to give you everything. And on mat number 6, cool little trip there. Looks like by the gentleman in the red shorts who's looking in on a Darce. Maybe close in on it. Yep, he's going to stay with it. He's loose, and he's going to try and wheel himself back on up. That's a pretty cool thing to see. Now he's on top in mount position, looking to get the finish. And I am not exactly sure if that is the gentleman that I see. I think that is Allen. So firmly Allen, I think, is a gentleman's name. The hard part about matching this up is, just so you guys can see what kind of thing I've got going on here, I have an iPad full of the results. And what I try to do is match that up to what I see up there. But it looks like this is going off of up-to-date information while all of this is buffered, probably about a minute or so behind the scenes. I can also tell you this. Yesterday we did a note and we did some observations and some analysis on the bullpen. And one of the things I was able to bring to your attention is the fact that registrations for this particular trials had actually dropped significantly. So the 2023 East Coast trials had over 1,000 people who were registered. Up until yesterday, it looked like there was about 623 people registered. And now it looks like with the drops, they are circling in at somewhere in the neighborhood of about 580 some odd registrations. You know, yesterday we quoted it at about a 40% drop. That's going to probably climb closer to about 45, 47% drop from the last trials. And it begs the question, why? Like, what changed about this? It's the same prize. It's the same opportunity. And this year it looks like Craig Jones is in harmony with one Mojessim or Jassim. So it would stand that there would be some return to favor. But I ask you guys this. Why do you think at home things changed and there are less people, at about 45 to 46% less individuals who showed up for this trials than previously done? So we will be asking that question throughout the day. But in the meantime, over on mat number 8, just to show you our little capabilities over here, on mat number 8, if we ever see something that looks close to a submission, we will give you guys an update on where to go ahead and follow. So right now, we're going to give you a note on mat number 8. It looks like there is a submission, a rear naked choke attempt. It looks like there's almost a tap about to happen. Gentleman has the back control there, and this is between Mason Little and Nick Montaya. And on this, it looks like it's still going. Meanwhile, I can inform you guys that coming up on mat number 1, you have Jet Thompson at bout 83. So get excited for that. Jet Thompson, friend of the show. He's coming up. CJ Murdoch, friend of the show, coming up on mat number 2. That is happening very, very shortly. Jonathan Satava still on that mat on mat number 4. Just to let you know, Josh Murdoch, also vaguely a friend of the show. Michael Lugo, currently on right now. Max Hansen is coming up on mat number 7 in just a few minutes. And those are some of the big folks that I think you could expect to see coming up shortly. So right now, the way it is going is they're starting with the 2 biggest weight classes this time, which were the 66 kg, but I think they initially started with the 77 kg category. So This is our life here, people. This is what we're going to be doing. What's up, Moose? I see you there. I hope you are not getting into too many fights with friend of the show, one, Michael Rea. All right. I'm seeing a new match going on over on mat number 3. We will keep you updated on if anything seems to be of note there. Michael Lugo on mat number 6 is what it looks like. And Cam Hurd, friend of the show, on mat number 8. So we will continue with our mat number 8 notice. So if you guys want to stay tuned, you want to keep tabs on mat number 8, we're going to call that the mat to watch at this current moment. So friend of the show, Cam Hurd, currently up there. Cam has been on a tear. He's won a number of ADCC Opens. And the real question for him is he going to be able to return to that dance? He has had some incredible gains through our mutual friend, Asim Fayez, who is strength and conditioning coach, and also mine, full disclosure. But if you saw the way that this dude was pulling up into weigh-ins yesterday, oh my God, the gains that he's been having are incredible. So big shout out to friend of the show, Cammy Hurd, one of the nicest human beings. And you know, if he's able to turn that into something incredible, I think he's going to go further. And meanwhile, on mat number 4, we just saw a heel hook submission by a gentleman with some scraggly hair. It does look like that went over to, nope, can't see the name. We're already gone. Dude with kind of the afro. He ended up winning. Congratulations to him with a great heel hook finish. That was on mat number 4. But we are staying on the action. Cam Hurd is at a pass right now. Nope, just kidding. Gentleman elects to regard a little bit and pushes the action back to the center. I see over on mat number 7, there was a win that happened. We'll bring you back up to date on that one shortly. Looks like a ghetto-ass Seth Rollins who won that one. Meanwhile, mat number 5, we have a double butt scoot there. Updates will come shortly for the Alex Bayman and Court Shaw? Yeah, Court Shaw. Alex Bannon and Court Shaw. The hard part about this whole thing is legitimately the size that you have to have in order to make this work. You have to shrink them down so that it looks like you're doing a visions test at all times. Meanwhile, I'm going to look over. CJ Murdoch is on mat number 2. Cam Hurd going with a gift wrap here for a split second. Can't hold on to it. 3:34 left in his match. So stay on mat number 8 for the time being. Another friend of the show, Oscar from Jay Pages on mat number 4. However, on mat number 1, back take happening right now. We will stay with Cam Hurd on mat number 8, but I will keep you informed on what's going on mat number 1. As the gentleman's almost going smother with that crossface chicken wing. I mean, he's definitely closing the mouth off with the hand, and that is incredibly uncomfortable for his opponent. It definitely looks like Nathaniel is in trouble as Eric is putting in work. He has time to work at 3:20 left there. Cam Hurd does get it done. Looks like he gets a submission to start off his day. That is mat number 8. Congratulations in order to Cam Hurd. And meanwhile, the finish did happen on mat number 1. A big, big congratulations to that young man, Eric, for an incredible finish. Okay, meanwhile, we are now going to move our advisory over to mat number 1. Advisory is now in place for mat number 1. Jet Thompson is about to make his way. He is currently mat number 1 at about 83. We will also stay with the action with CJ Murdoch, who is on mat number 2, playing in guard right now with 4:12 left to go. And Oscar from Jay Pages, looked like he just was a little bit too off on the side to get that rear naked choke. He's playing off a bottom now, but that looks really impressive. Looking at a leg, a toe hold from his opponent. He's having to spin out and address it. He gets out just enough time to get the leg back, but now reshoots with one of his own leg locks, pushes his opponent back on the ground. 3:51 on that time. That is happening on mat number 4. It did look like an incredible submission was attempted over on mat number 6. We will come back to that with Michael Luego in just a moment. Back take happening on mat number 7. Mat number 7, with, try to see if that's the homie. Is that Jacob? I'm looking to see Jacob Tangsey. I don't know him as well, but all good on that side. Updates to shortly come over there. If you guys are enjoying the show, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know that you guys are out there. We're going to be here all day, so don't worry about us. This is a passion, a labor of love, one might say, for all of us watching you guys. It's a love letter to jiu-jitsu, and we are glad that you are here to share it with us. Meanwhile, some leg spaghetti happening over on mat number 3 as a back crab take was attempted there. Jet Thompson already playing from inside of guard. Kyle, his opponent, in big trouble. I will tell you this about Jet Thompson. You do not want to be inside that young man's guard. It is a rough place to be. He is very impressive. Love that kid. Love seeing him back out there. And I think he will be a formidable foe. Already gets it done in just 33 seconds there. Wow. Impressive finish by Jet Thompson. He starts his day off incredibly well. We are going to move our advisory here in just a second. But for right now, let's go ahead and have you guys go with mat number 4. We're going to change our advisory to mat number 4. If you guys have the ability to watch, the Oscar from Jay Page's match is going pretty well. And oh my goodness, this young man's trying to hit out what looks like a twister with also a banana split. And that was the end of the match that was happening on mat number 6. So that match comes to a close. It looks like, no, it doesn't. It now goes into overtime because it was 0-0. My apologies off that. Meanwhile, mat number 7, if we look over here, Jacob still working in his match on mat number 7. Mat number 1, we are seeing the remnants of somebody go in with a singlet. That is the first singlet that we have seen at this tournament. Well, for sure, we're going to bring that one to everybody's attention here. And I think the referee's just trying to tell him, like, brother, you are wearing a singlet. I should let you know. I cannot stop you. It is what it is. That is an impressive thing to see here, and we'll have to figure out what this young gentleman's name. But he is coming off pretty strong with the wrestling to begin with. We'll bring that on here in momentarily, but if you're wearing a singlet to a no-gi party, things can be crazy. It does look like there is a medical stoppage of some sort happening on mat number 6. More updates to come on that shortly. The CJ Murdoch match is still going on. If Murdoch can get these pass points, he would advance. However, it is still 0-0, 20 seconds left to go. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get that. The referee brings them back to center on that side. So looking over, Parker Drake coming to us from Gracie Fishhawk and John Andrade coming from Calteras. So I'm not quite sure who is who yet, but I will look to find that out. It looks like Parker Drake from Gracie Fishhawk is the one wearing the singlet, so kudos to him. And CJ Murdoch did end up getting 2 points. I think he might have eked out a takedown of some sort, but he does get the advancement here. Congratulations to Foul of the Show, CJ Murdoch, for making that happen. As you can tell, things happen very fast here. So as much as we keep our eyes and ears on everything, we also love it if you guys can also send us some information that this is going on. Oscar De Los Santos is currently in overtime. So if you are joining us from the Jay Pages faction, just know he is still in overtime. It is 0-0. There's 2 minutes and 42 seconds of them left to work. Now back on over to that mat number 6. I mean, it looked like it was a little bit of an eye poke, and the medics are taking their time trying to fix things up. So we will keep you updated on what is happening on mat number 6 as this continues to go. I'm going to take a look at what we have coming up right now. We want to stay. Oh, Max Hansen. Max Hansen, we will give that a honorary update here. So for that one, let's take a look here and let you guys know that Max Hansen is going to be coming up. So that advisory is going to switch on out for us. We will give that to mat number 7. Mat number 7 has an advisory right now. If you guys are just joining us, we are keeping you posted on every single possible match that there is. So let us keep this thing going. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us very early on Pacific Coast time. It is a long-ass day, and we have some news for you guys. It seems like Singlet Parker gets the advancement, so congratulations to him. And just to fill you in on what it was that we were looking at here, this was essentially the name of the game. I'm not sure how well you can see this photo, but we will zoom it in as much as possible. I mean, it is very funny to see how these things play out here, people, but can't deny it. Singlet got it done here today. It's a terrible shot, but it's the best we can do, unfortunately, under the circumstances. You know, I always say I want to fire the people who do our graphics. Unfortunately, I am the person that does the graphics here. So let's really zoom in on this. That was what we were looking at just moments ago. Somebody in a singlet, it looks like it was Parker Drake from Gracie Fishhawk who got that one done. So congratulations in order to him and for him. And they are currently mummifying over on mat number 6. And that gentleman is going to press on here shortly. Andrew Kochel is playing on mat number 1. So keep eyes on that. Phelan Curran from Impact Jiu-Jitsu Beaverton and Oscar de los Santos are still happening on mat number 4. And I would assume with this back take, that's going to be enough for Oscar de los Santos to continue on his journey for the day. So big shout out to him. They have not given him the points yet, but if it's going to come down to referee's decision, I don't know how you would wager any other way. So I think Oscar's going to pick up the win there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up what we can expect. Liam Krellenstein is going to be coming up very shortly. Cam Herder will be back on mat number 1. Mat number 1 coming up very shortly over on that side. All right, mat number 6 returns to action. Very pleased to see that continuing to go. I'll give you some more updates. Omar Nazim from 10th Planet Freaks is coming up on mat number 2 shortly. Then a little bit later, Jet Thompson will return on mat number 3. Mat number 3, Jake Strauss is currently about to head up on mat number 4. Pierre-Olivier Leclerc is going to be happening on mat number 4 as well shortly. Let me look for some updates here. Oh my goodness, the gentleman who is mummified is currently not doing great. So gentleman who is mummified is now starting to get preserved into a back take, which is not that. Rich on mat number 4. Rich coming up on mat number 4. Well, thank you for that note here, Rich Killa. I don't see that happening just yet, unless you're just trying to give yourself a note. But I see that happening there. I'll just put it on so everybody can mark it. Michael Lugo, that just finished. Marcus Wilson from Wilson Bros Grappling will return back on mat number 6. Andrew Sacido, friend of the show, is going to be coming up about 111, mat number 7. Yep, like I said, here's the dumb part, Rich. I'm incredibly good at what I do. I don't care how tired or lack of sleep I get. I still know you're being an idiot. Ernesto Rivera will be coming back up shortly at mat number 8. So those are the short updates that we have for you guys on those sides. But I would like to tell you guys, this is going to be a very busy day. Yes, Andrew actually started off his day with a submission. This will be his second match. Very excited to see what comes for him. On mat number 8 right now, there is a north-south choke that looks very solid right now happening. Under pressure here, it does look like Michael is close. He is putting a ton of emphasis on that right now. So we're going to stay with mat number 8 for the time being, but we're going to have eyes everywhere else. Referee's right on top of it. It's short on time. And Michael could pull off the win here, even though Noel is ahead by points. He doesn't want to tap. He's so close to just making it out. And you could see his arms there, but he's giving a thumbs up. He turns violently. And yes, he will make it in, and his opponent does a big smile, but these guys just keep clashing multiple times. It looks like he will ride it out to a win, even if you get the takedown there, doesn't seem to matter. And you know what's really good? We have not seen anybody so far go off of the mats. That doesn't mean it won't happen here. But as you can tell from the camera configurations, not really set up the best for going off mats. I see this note here. I appreciate that one. Big Ace Joe, a nice little note here. I assume that is for yours truly. I'll take it even if it's not, but thank you very much. We got an interview coming up for him that's going to be released on YouTube within the next 2 weeks. But you guys can go ahead and catch it very soon on the Patreon here over at Grappling Hour. That is at Grappling Hour. All right, friends, this is insane. There is so much happening right now. We are about to get some more updates here. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen to make sure we are on top of everything. Omar Nazim. It is big talk. Appreciate that, brother. Pierre Oliveira Leclerc is happening over on mat number 4. So I might put an advisory for that one, but instead, we're going to go with friends of the show. Let's go back to Ernesto Rivera. So putting an advisory for mat number 8. Mat number 8 right now. They're going to be our match to watch. Ernesto Rivera got off to a very solid start today. I definitely want to stay on the action for that. So Ernesto Rivera, you have our attention. Meanwhile, Omar Nazim is happening on mat number 2. Andrew Kocho on mat number 1. He's currently a few points down, 6-0. Sal Vieira is ahead on that one, mat number 1. Meanwhile, mat number 3 does look like the gentleman who went ADCC style with the crazy-ass blonde hair is going to advance. So congratulations in order for, was that Zach? Yep, that was Zach who won that one. All right, Ernesto Rivera now on mat number 8. He goes back to work. That is officially taking place right now. If you guys are enjoying this, a like, a comment, a share. Tell people that you are enjoying the show. Share it if you could. An immediate pull to guard here for Ernesto, who doesn't want to waste time. I think he wants to try and get something on Bjorn Weber, who is coming in for us from, it looks like PSF Ocala. So them's the big notes that we got for you guys as we are watching this big event. Let us know if you guys are enjoying this broadcast. Let us know who it is you are excited to see today. We are keeping tabs on as many people as possible, so it is a long-ass day for us here, folks. And then, if I see things correctly, Ernesto Rivera attacking this arm, uses it to come up, still in the no-point zone, but might be shoring up a triangle here. He's got some time. He's attacking the arm. His opponent with Mohawk in tow is not looking good right now. Ernesto's going to attack that arm. He has time to work. And he's basically content just waiting him out. Ernesto uses it, adjusts him to the side. His opponent tries to step over, but Ernesto's got a pretty good lock on this particular position. He's going to use it to once again come up now. Almost in danger of getting tombstoned here. Yeah, his opponent's not moving with him at all in this position. It's kind of weird because you don't want to slam him down, but now he's given him part of his arm. That's going to increase the opportunity for this triangle to happen, and he is holding on tight. This is an incredible grip by his opponent, by the way. So Bjorn is very strong and almost shucks him down. Ernesto still keeps it intact, but has to let it go. Now things are getting a little dicier because it is at the 4-minute mark. It means it is 1 more minute for the submission-only period. So that'll be interesting to see. It looks like a leg is in danger over on mat number 2, and I do believe it is Omar that is doing the work on Nick. Doesn't quite have it as he spins out. So we'll come back to that one in a second, but we stay on mat number 8 where the action is going. However, on mat number 6, looks like there's a gentleman wearing no shirt who is kind of feeling his feels. I think he got pretty badly injured there. So we'll look for an update. I love the sock lock that happened over on mat number 7. But Ernesto trying to keep his legs safe. 3:19 to go. He may want to stay there for a few seconds and start trying to pass when it becomes points in just 15 more seconds there. And if you guys are enjoying the show, do us a solid. Let us know in the comment section what you were enjoying about it, who you were excited to see, etc., etc. It is, as I mentioned, an incredible long marathon. Who are you excited to watch? Thank you very much for that question, Tex. Honestly, man, I don't know. I mean, we obviously have some friends. So obviously you're Keith Kikorian, longtime friend of the show. Ernesto, I've been excited to see him continue to do good things. Cam Hurd is a big friend of the show. I'll be honest with you, man. Because everything happens so fast, it's almost the more you say you're excited to see somebody, the more you're going to miss them. And Ernesto gets it done with a submission over there on mat number 8. Congratulations are in order for him. Liam Krellinston is going to happen over on mat number 1. But by and large, I come to trials. And the reason why I do this particular program is I love finding new people. So when we did a variation of this show about 8 years ago, I feel like that was our first glance at a Nicky Rod. And I remember being live on air and saying, who is this Walmart version of The Rock? And lo and behold, you learn more about this talent that may be hidden. You learn more about the people that you don't always know. And I like to have tabs on almost everybody. And so even though I'm ingesting it in a freaking Clockwork Orange sort of way, you still get to see some of their best work happening right in front of you because they're hungry. They really want this spot. So I really look forward to new talent. And right now, mat number 4 looks like there is almost an attempt on the arm. It was a crucifix there for a split second. Almost looked like a solid submission attempt, but they're going to stop right there. 4 minutes, 8 seconds on mat number 4. That's still going on. Meanwhile, mat number 3 looks like they are back up at a standstill. So 3:30 left to go on that one. But thank you for your question, Tex. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're well. Looks like a knee bar attempt on mat number 8, but it's a little shallow, so he's not going to quite get it. They're going to reset them back to the middle of the mats. Going over to mat number 3, some tussling happening there. They're about to get into points in just a second. Mat number 5. There is a gentleman who is working violently from inside of guard, trying to make it happen with a pass. Not quite there yet. Let's take a look at who is coming up right now. Cam Hurd happening on mat number 1. So we will put that as our advisory right now. If you guys are just tuning in, you will want to find your way on over to mat number 1. Cam Hurd is about to make his way on there. Cam has had a very good start to his day. So we'll be excited to see how he does here. Cam Hurd looking to continue the success he's been having all throughout the opens and everywhere else. I mean, this man's a machine, a PGF vet, and just a specimen. And I think, I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose this, but you guys are friends. Cam recently told me he may fuck around and even try to do a bodybuilding exhibition at some point. And if you've been looking at the work that he has been doing with my pal Asim Fayez, chef's kiss. I mean, he is killing it. It does give me a little bit of nervousness because he'll pose like that and I'll say we have the same S&C guy, and then you'll see me and you'll be like, there's no way they have the same guy. But we do. Asim just gives me the remedial version to replicate and try not to die. We'll see what I do the same program just so I can continue being on the mats forever. That's a big, big goal for me in the future. So if you guys are just tuning in, our advisory is currently on mat number 1. Cam Hurd has returned back to that mat. Meanwhile, mat number 6 looks like some attempts on the legs there, exchanges, inversions happening over on that side. Meanwhile, grind is happening on mat number 3, where it looks like those two gentlemen are going to find their way into some points And it looks like currently Tristan may be able to pull off a win there, but there is still 1 minute to go, still plenty of time to work. On the Cam Hurd match, Cam is working to pass the guard. This is where he does some of his best work. You don't want to kind of exhaust yourself when you know you're going to be one of those gamers who's going to take a while to pass. And you think about it, and you don't want to waste the pass. You want to make sure that you're within scoring time, and they are still 1 minute away from that. So Cam may just be cooking his opponent. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, this is very, very, very tricky stuff. I'm going to look on over. I'm not sure if Omar or Nick is going to pick up the win on mat number 2, waiting to see the result on that one. It looks like it is currently 0-0. They may be going to overtime, or they did do overtime, and now they're going to ref's decision. So I will come back to that one. I think that actually might be more of the case, is a ref's decision over on that side. Meanwhile, mat number 3, those 2 points may be enough for Tristan to pick up the win. So congratulations to him. He is the one with the no shirt on, going ADCC style. So that is what is happening on that side of the world. All right, guys. Woo! Let us keep you posted on everything that is currently happening. Cam Hurd about to get into points. We'll see if he's able to make that pass happen. Meanwhile, mat number 8, beautiful slide that just happened there. I'm going to look over to see who that is. That's Teddy Gray versus Harrison Hauer. Harrison Hauer is a great name, by the way. Harrison is ahead 5-0 currently. And let us pull up who is happening. Marcus Wilson of the Wilson Bros about to return on mat number 6, or is on there. He's already been there for a minute. Let's give you some updates. Ernesto Rivera will be returning to mat number 1 shortly. So Ernesto Rivera will return to mat number 1. CJ Murdoch is about to return to mat number 2. CJ Murdoch returning to mat number 2. Meanwhile, mat number 3, Jet Thompson and Oscar De Los Santos coming up on mat number 3 very soon. Jake Strauss happening on mat number 4 in the near future. We just saw our first creepy version of Mo walking back and forth right now. Mo looking kind of like an Alfred Hitchcock, just minus a few pounds. Not too many, but a few. Mat number 5, Maximilian Hansen, a.k.a. Max Hansen, about to happen. Coming up very shortly, mat number 5. Marcus Wilson, like I mentioned, about to come up. Jonathan Satava right after him on mat number 6. Andrew Cicito still on deck for mat number 7. Andrew Cicito about to come up very, very shortly there. And then a little bit later, the return of Pierre-Olivier Leclerc. He is about to come up there. So just to let you guys know, those are some of the folks that are on deck or about to come up very, very shortly. Cam Hurd now ahead 3-0, working where he works best, looking to take the back here. But he can cook him really well. And what I loved about that last round for Cammy was, oh man, he let him go. He wants him to stand up and wrestle. I think he knows he can cook this guy on the feet. And if you're Eric Sinchtak, don't think I'm saying that one right. If you're Eric, you not only need a takedown, you need a pass. So this is kind of an exercise in that excellent cardio and gas tank that Cam has. And even though for a split second found his way into an almost judo reversal, then looked for one of Cammy's legs, doesn't quite get it. There's 39 seconds left in that match. Cam is still ahead. Meanwhile, mat number 5. I'm looking over here. There is some leg shootouts. That's a heel hook, and that looks like it's going to be enough to get the job done as he is extending right now. And his opponent, actually, he gets the knee line free, but he is not fully out of danger entirely. I see this. Did Alec fight yet? If you're referring to Alec Balding, I have not seen him go up yet. LOL snapped. You have to be very specific here because there's a lot of names. And then, has Nick Mataya already fought? I don't know. We can try to look that up, but it is very difficult, as you can see, as it happens live. Cam Hurd does win by points. It looks like 7-0, getting it done. Congratulations in order to Cam Hurd, who will advance one more time. We'll see if he's able to keep that momentum going. Just off to an excellent start. All right, looking it up for you guys. I don't see anything just yet, but I did spell it wrong. Simple Man Martial Arts. Nick did go. He did win his first bout. That was bout 39. He did win that by submission. He is about to go on bout number 97. Bout number 97. So he is coming up again shortly. Thank you for your question, Kit Jitsu. I hope I answered it well. And then it says, yeah, that's him. Alec Balding, I think, is in a bigger category. In other words, a heavier weight class. How do you want to say this? He's a friend, so I don't want to be like, he's fat. Because that might get back to me. Plus, Alec Balding is a former ADCC trials champ. Don't forget that, folks. That dude is a beast. I don't like the fact that he does this. Like, he's very good at doing the thing that we do. And now he's starting, you know what I mean? Like, let's talk it real. Like, he's starting to steal some of our shine, fam. Like, he's going out there and doing these kind of things where he watches stuff and he does the interview stuff. And I have to say, Alec, chill, bro. Because I am never going to be a trials champ. Never. So, stay in your lane, bud. I don't need you trying to come for my job, too. Meanwhile, friend of the show, Oscar de los Santos, currently on mat number 3. We'll put the advisory down for that one right now, even though things are about to get really hectic here in a second. Mat number 3 is our current advisory, mat number 3, and that is because friend of the show, Oscar de los Santos, putting in work, looking to attack that neck here. Might be in on a necktie. Not sure if that's going to happen. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, Parker Drake back with the singlet on mat number 1. That's almost silly enough to get an advisory, but I think Oscar de los Santos does get the submission there, and congratulations to him. Jay Pages, stand up right now. That is some great shit to see. Oscar is somebody, when I went to go visit Jay Pages, and we were both blue belts, I swear to God, I went, and whenever I go visit an academy, I try to go as nice as I can. This dude looked like it was the finals of ADCC when he and I were going together. And I was like, bro, I'm a visitor. Is this how you treat visitors? And they're like, oh, we had fun. We love you, dude. I'm like, man, it did not feel like it. Felt like I had done something personally to you. So even since that moment, we have become excellent friends. Truly a very nice human being. And you know what was great? I have to say this. I see him online. He was asking for sponsors, telling people like, hey, man, if you guys want to sponsor me for this event, do it. Come through. I'm trying to make the best of what I can do. And I mean, he is justifying your dollars right now. Meanwhile, speaking of justifying your dollars, there is a rear naked choke that is going to get a submission here on mat number 4. That is the tap right there. And congratulations are in order for Jake Strauss. Jake Strauss, I was wondering if I saw that. Meanwhile, on mat number 1, Alex versus Parker. Alex sees the guy who's coming in the singlet and says, I should be trying to attack the leg. And now Parker actually reverse Unos him and gets him in a leg lock. So congratulations are in order there. You can't judge a book by its cover. You think somebody's wearing a singlet and you're going to be able to get the best of them. And in that particular case, Parker, hook, line, and sinker. We'll put back now our advisory back to mat number 1. Mat number 1 for Ernesto Rivera. Friend of the show, is going to be continuing to do great things. Jonathan Satava, just in case you are wondering, will be on mat number 6. And Andrew Cicito, friend of the show as well, is coming up over on mat number 7. He'll have Colby Gonzalez's from Gracie Bar El Paso. And 3 Courses Jiu-Jitsu and Jackson Wink MMA. You have too many gyms, bro. If you put more than 2, I am not held responsible for knowing all of where you belong to. But having said that, Andrew Cicito currently working from inside a guard. That is actually happening right now. It is 0-0. If a guard pass can happen, Cicito wants to keep that leg a little bit safe. He is not quite out of danger here. The knee line is cleared. But if he can reverse Uno that, that is not great. You don't want to end with that. He's looking to attack the leg here. He's looking for a toe hold. not quite getting it. May have to worry about giving up points here with just a few seconds left to go. I'm not sure that's going to be enough time for them to award the points, but they're going to go 0-0. That may come back to haunt him if they go into a referee's decision, because it looks like right now they're about to go into overtime. They immediately kick in to that overtime period, which should be good for Cicito. That's going to put some pressure on him to get that takedown immediately. Meanwhile, Pierre Olivier Leclerc is happening on mat number 8. But we are still going to stay with our advisory at mat number 1. Ernesto Rivera is definitely one that you want to keep eyes on. And from there, I do see a guy on the ground. It does look like from that particular position, that bodes well for Cicito on mat number 7. So congratulations to him, but it's still not over with. We got to make sure that he is able to continue and get that pass point there. So meanwhile, Ernesto Rivera, mat number 1, 5:12 left to go on that match. CJ Murdoch, it looks like, is taking mat number 2 just to keep everybody posted. And for whatever reason, I just see a photographer just chilling on mat number 8. No action happening there. Let's switch that around. Let's keep the action going here, guys. We have not got to semifinals yet. Ernesto Rivera is actually playing guard right now. That's a very strategic play for him. He's got a pretty savage guard. Love seeing him play from that position. We'll see what's going on with him in just a few seconds. Mat number 4, you actually have both Murdochs happening, because Josh Murdoch, with it looks like the tie-dye rash guard, trying to go into work. Andres Cicito back up. It is 1:30 left to go in that match in overtime. I mean, Cicito's definitely, I want to say he gets at least a knockdown point, but didn't look like he got a takedown that was clean enough for him in that particular expression there. So keeping you posted on that one shortly. Josh Murdoch once again looking to attack the legs, and Ernesto Rivera is back up and working to pass. His opponent's trying to get a hold of one of his legs, and CJ Murdoch playing from bottom with his opponent right now, Shanti Cerdas, who's maybe looking to attack the neck. CJ Murdoch does a nice reverse Uno there. Good to him. Still no points yet in the Cicito match. There's a very aggressive game of mercy happening. Meanwhile, Jonathan Satava working from inside a guard. There's 4 minutes, 48 seconds happening right there on that mat number 6. Mat number 6 happening for Jonathan Satava, a former ADCC trials champ in his own right. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens. This is kind of familiar territory for Andres Cicito with the last 21 seconds. This is a very, very usual wrestling position. The question is, even though it's a wrestling position, because his opponent's trying to use it for a triangle, Cicito, oh man, oh no, definitely look to try and attack that leg there. Read it right, might be playing from attacking inside a turtle, and his opponent's going to look up. There's no points really that came through, so that's going to come to a referee's decision. We will see how that one goes in just a minute here. Referee comes on over, and it looks like his opponent is going to pick up the win. It might be just from the submission attacks and just toward the end of that match, just doing a little bit more work. But Andres Cicito having a pretty good run, all things considered. His opponent shakes his head. He's, of course, one of Jay Regal Budo's, so that's not a surprise there. Jay's savage in terms of how he coaches his guys, so that explains a lot. Meanwhile, explaining a lot, 2:35 left to go on mat number 1. Looks like Ernesto Rivera pretty safely ahead on points, 7-0, but still anything can happen in that amount of time. Mat number 3. This gentleman who has been wearing the craziest mohawk I have seen thus far in. He's been having an okay day so far. Let's do some updates here while we have a split second. I see a Daisy Fresh rash guard that looks like it's probably Max Hansen happening on mat number 5. I'm going to assume that is him, and I would be correct. So Max Hansen happening mat number 5. Mat number 5. All right, Ernesto Rivera gets the submission and will continue on in the tournament. Congratulations to him for getting that one done. Max Hansen, immediate pull of guard here on his match. And mat number 8, slow as ever. Still nothing happening there. All right, if you guys like what you're seeing, do me a solid. A like, a share, a comment, wherever it is you're watching this. Let the people know that you are enjoying this content, that you enjoy seeing this sort of attention given to the major sports, because not everybody does it. Let's be real. A lot of people talk the talk, but a lot of people don't actually walk the walk. So appreciate you guys for stopping in. Even if it's just to see this for a second or two and then pop in and out, we love it if you send me some comments so that I can respond to them one by one as we go throughout this day. I'm going to go ahead and take a look. It looks like somebody sent me a note. So very happy to see you guys chatting, walking through. I hope all is good. But do me a solid. Yeah, comments in the comment section. Would love it. CJ Murdoch, still pointless in his match, but his brother, Josh Murdoch, similar but short on time here. It's 24 seconds. He's been looking for some kind of footlock here. Does not quite have it. All right. That is what's up here. I'll give you guys some updates here. It says, how is Alex Vasquez doing? I think he's at 145 out of AOJ. Thank you for your question, C's. It's going to take me a second to go ahead and find out here, but I can pull up his information shortly. I don't know that I have seen him per se, but we've been seeing a lot of people come through. Oh, I think the 66ers are a little bit slower. I don't think they're playing them as fast. Because right now I think they were really heavily concentrating on the 77 kg category. Vasquez. Yep. That's the one. Let's see where he's at. Alex Vasquez, AOJ. He doesn't go till about 258. So we probably have about 100 more matches, which could be about an hour's time, honestly. So keep in mind that might be the difference maker there. So what's up, C's? Everybody, if you guys like good photography from people who are not good at jiu-jitsu, I would highly recommend you go check out a page called C's Shot That. Or C's Made That, my apologies. C's Made That. A gentleman who has shot some incredible photos in his time, who, listen, go buy some photos for him. He's not going to make it in this world because of his jiu-jitsu. Also, somebody stole his shit. Like, what the fuck happened there, C's? That shit really, that spooked me. How does somebody steal a fucking laptop in this day and age? Like, most people already have laptops. What the fuck is that all about? You said relax? No, bro. You relax. This is my show. I can say whatever I want. This fool is yet to show up for training. Talks a big game. And it's just like, yo, what? And I'm like, show up. And he's just like, no, I just want to do this. I don't actually train. I just, no, don't make me train. It's too hard. Oh, my knee. Ow, my knee. Ow. Oh, my staff. Ow. Every excuse in the book. All right, Josh Murdoch, Zamora, still now in overtime, 0-0 happening there. We'll give you an update shortly. Whoa, your laptop and your hard drive? What the fuck, dude? It said, this man said he sucks at jiu-jitsu. Well, I mean, LOL snapped. Prove me wrong. But I complimented him first. I'm not heartless, dude. This man had his laptop and his hard drive stolen. I made sure to compliment him first. But I also have to point out, like, probably not very good at jiu-jitsu. And that's just what Craig Jones told me. That's all. Anyways, moving on. Let's give you guys some updates here. Let us do this. Let us look at what we've got coming up right now. So, Salvaera is going to continue. Jonathan Satava, mat number 6. That's happening right now. I think that's probably an overtime, I'm guessing. We'll come back to that shortly. But just for your knowledge, C's, Oscar has been on one today. Oscar's been killing it. Very happy for him. And Oscar's coming up right now, about 137. That's happening on mat number 8. Woo! Oscar has Jet Thompson. Oh, I don't like that match. No, I don't like it when friends go against each other. That's a fucking tough match. All right, let's put the mat advisory down. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Mat number 8. Here's your mat advisory. It's just, listen, Oscar's really good. Really good. Jet Thompson is a force. Oh. All right, we'll get through it. We'll get through this together. We will. That's going to hurt. Stranger things have happened. Just as a note, about 2:13, Andrew DeGraff is coming up. So that means that the 66ers are about to happen. Meanwhile, mat number 3 looks like a knee bar is in play, but instead his opponent's looking to take the back here. Almost has it as a now reverse Uno's back and forth. Those guys go back to it. Yeah, our mat advisory from mat number 8 is in well effect right now. Ooh, love that. Love that. Oscar went in for an attack, tried to kill, and got killed. Yeah. Nah. I have to say this. Oscar was not going to go out like a bitch. So he definitely tried to make it work. And it said, oh, he's in Texas too. Yeah. Man. It sucks. It sucks when you see your friends get beat up. But I'm glad he beat him up because Oscar can beat me up. So, you know. However, jiu-jitsu and MMA math works is what it is. Satava, and it looks like that one came to an end. I'm going to have to look up some results here because I was too busy seeing great stuff happening. We're going to stay on mat number 8. The advisory is happening for mat number 8 again because Cam Hurd is coming back to mat number 8 right now. So that is our big note to you guys. He'll be taking on Nicholas Cratton. Okay. Let's look at some recent results. I'm going to see over here. Ernesto Rivera got it done by sub. Looked a little bit earlier. Pierre Leclerc got it done by sub. Salvera got it done by score. That's what I see there. Michael Lugo got it done by sub. Jake Strauss by sub. Oscar in this last match got it by referee's decision. Last one for Max Hansen got it done by sub in fairly quick fashion. So yeah, things are moving. But Cam Hurd back on advisory for mat number 8. If he's on the match, you definitely want to keep an eye on what it is he's doing. I want to say that's Strauss on mat number 7, but let's find out. It has not updated me yet, so I will let you guys know when I see it happening right there. We got ADCC style for one opponent on mat number 3. One opponent for mat number 3. And it looks like... yeah, I don't know that matches up. I think we're just behind on that one. So that one might end very, very quickly. Eek. All right, friends. Let me know if you are enjoying this broadcast. Like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. It goes a long way. I really do appreciate you guys doing that for us here. It's a small gesture, but an important one for us to get the attention and to have continued success as we continue to do bigger and better things here at the show. So that's not Strauss, and it looks like they're waiting for his opponent on mat number 7. So we'll see what comes up of that one. Could be Tristan and Logan on that one. All right, Cam Hurd, lots of stand-up with his opponent who pulls guard. He recognizes he's got 40 seconds to pull guard with Cam to try and get something done there. Thank you for the like. I just saw that happening right now. Oh, what Willie thinks. So you're asking me to take off my shirt. What do I get, Willie? And how much do you tip me? Because if I'm going to go ADCC style, I have to be compensated. I am not like Cam Hurd, even though we have the same S&C guy. I'll give you a peek. Little trap right there, but that's it. You got to pay for the rest. Meanwhile, mat number 4, it looks like there is a submission that was locked in. I think that was good enough to get the finish, or are they going to? Nope. They're going to bring them back over to the center of the mats. Good for them. That way they don't roll all the way off. All right. Cam Hurd turning it on right now, looking for a pass. 2 minute 50 seconds in his match. Yeah, that's as good as locked in, really, as they reset them on that mat. Oh, just the neck being cranked right there. Good Lord. This opponent of his, I think it's Alfredo or whatever. I can't see what his name says. This young gentleman's just stuck in this position and doesn't look like he's fully getting out in a way that is advantageous to getting out of this pressure. So I feel for him, but that body triangle is intense. Ooh, somebody's trying to get a takedown over on Cam Hurd, who sprawls out incredibly well. Now attacking the top neck. He's going to use it as an opportunity probably to turn the corner. Now, the person on mat number 4, he was escaping a much better way. He just hasn't addressed the body triangle, and that's usually where you want to start off before you start making those big movements. Otherwise, you are essentially making a lot of issues. You're going to give me a like if I take my shirt off. How about you subscribe? No, you son of a bitch. Oh, God damn it. I will show you guys what my nightmares consist of here. This is the shit I hate when I am doing this show. Sorry, this has nothing to do with you, what Willie thinks. This is just the timing, honestly. I'm totally fine indulging that. I really do feel like you have to subscribe to my channel or like Patreon or something in order to get my shirt off. This is what I just saw pop up. Look at this bullshit. It's telling me that they have an issue with mat number 2. When in actuality, what I really want right... Oh, no, it's back. Okay. Crisis averted. But I like that they basically have the we give up mat signal. It was just like, nah, we can't do this shit. Womp womp. So if anything goes wrong on this broadcast, I'm just going to put that sign up. Just so you guys know. Boof. All right, Cammy has no points right now, but has just been on his opponent the entire time. If he can get this triangle in, this body lock, body triangle, he might be good. Jake Strauss is on mat number 2. His opponent tried to bait it for an attack on the leg. Cam had no time for it. If he could just secure this pass, that's 3 points. That's enough to do it. That leg is still kind of in that almost half guard. His opponent trying to use it to leverage it back up. And there's already a finish. Yep, that finish just happened over on mat number 4. Double ADCC style happening on mat number 2 with Strauss and Jamal. Cam Hurd is now going to go into overtime. So that's mat number 8. We stay with our advisory on mat number 8. Oof. All right. So I think if Cam wins this, he advances to tomorrow. So I think, and I could be wrong here, I want to say they will go up to semifinals for all of these matches. So pretty important moment here for Cam Hurd if he can get this one done. All right. 2:24 left to go. Good front headlock here from him. It says, you're a little guy. Why do they want you to take your shirt off? I'm a little guy? What are we talking about here, bro? How tall are you, LOL snapped? Like, you can't just be calling me a little guy if you like, I need to know a height and weight you're at. You're saying a little guy. You're talking about 66 kgers. I assure you, not that. All right, Cammy going into overtime here. And I didn't even notice that Cammy was going into ADCC style himself. When the shirt comes off for Cam Hurd, that's when you know business is picked up. Oh, he's getting real mean with it. Woo! This is when he just moves like a fucking jungle cat. Love to see it. 6'3", and I've been over 600 pounds. Well, okay, 6'3" is pretty tall. I'm 5'9", so I can't accept being a little guy. Comparatively, sure, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little guys reserved for people who are under 150. Anybody under 150 is the exact same weight to me. Doesn't matter. In jiu-jitsu, everybody's the exact same. Oh, you're Roberto Jimenez training partner. That's what's up, bro. That's really cool. Good moniker. You must be very tired on most days. That does not seem like a fun day of cardio at any given point. Well, tell Senor Jimenez we say hello. He is a guest of the show a couple times and hell of an athlete. Love seeing him out there. 45 seconds to go, and if Cam can keep up this pace, I think he might be looking at a win and an advancement. We'll see what happens here, but that round of 32 looking pretty spicy right now for him. 30 seconds to go. We'll see if he pulls it off. Would love to see him advance to tomorrow. Meanwhile, Matt, number 5, looks like a submission is en route. And yes, that submission did finish there. We'll give you an update on who, what, where, and why here just shortly. Looks like that was Hunter. Let me double check here. Nope, that was not Hunter. That was the other guy. My apologies. I'll find out in just a second. Cam Hurd, 7 seconds away. I think the referee's decision will be kind to him. All right, let's see what other notes we've got. It says, no, we all train like that, so it's normal. If you say so, bro. It still looks tiring AF as me. I'm just letting you guys know. Cam Hurd does advance. Congratulations to our pal getting it done in that. I think he should be tomorrow is when we will see him back on the mats. So we will keep you guys posted on that one. But let's take a look at what we can expect to see on these mats right now. Tristan McDonald, Logan Smith, currently they're the ones that I think have a little bit of the action going on. But let's see what's coming up on these mats right now. Andrew DeGraff is coming up very, very shortly on mat number 1. You want to keep eyes out on that. Max Hansen will return to mat number 2, followed by David Stalasu and Hunfaya Penny. That's happening on mat number 2 very shortly. Isaac Cordova, friend of the show, about to come up on mat number 3. Mat number 3. Meanwhile, down here, Gianni Grippo about to make his first appearance on the mats today on mat number 5. Mat number 5, just in a few minutes. We will keep you posted on when he makes his way on out. Jonathan Satava versus Michael Luego. That's going to be very fun to watch. Keep your eyes on that. And Josh Murdoch about to make a return here against Mario Schonkweiler. So those are coming up very, very shortly here, friends. And it says, and I meant bench, not bin. Oh. I mean, I had to be honest with you, dude. When you said bin over 600 pounds, like when you say 6'3" and been over 600 pounds and train with Roberto, I was about to be like, dude, you put on a great pace. And when you were like, ain't no thing, I'm like, dude, if you were over 600 pounds at any point and you can have the cardio to hang with Roberto, like, you are a unicorn. So just saying. It says, have you seen that thing with the stalking Grippo guy? Yes. And in fact, he does show up here on occasion. And he has asked me multiple times about Gianni Grippo. And I don't really know Gianni. Obviously, I'm familiar with his work. He's incredibly good at this. But it is very weird to have somebody who's asking about Gianni. And I'm like, listen, bro, I just know him as somebody who competes super well. And I don't wish anybody ill. Like, I hope he does well. But he would be asking, he's like, what do you think his odds are of winning? And I'm like, pretty good. He's a pretty good guy. So, yeah, a little bit of a bummer to see that happening. I hope he recognizes that he is doing things that are very stalker-like, and that is not fun to say. It says, they call me the Cuban Missile Crisis. Oh, boy. Well. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that one. I don't know you well enough to do jokes that are ethnicity based, but I will take your word for it, sir. Sounds like a fun one. The Cuban Missile Crisis. Can you imagine your team's just like, yo, bro, look at Cuban Missile Crisis over here. Why do we call him that? I don't know, man. Just because he got some unresolved issues. Anyway, how'd you get that nickname? I mean, I can make estimations, but I feel like that's where it gets profiling. Matt, number 5. It looks like Josh Murdoch trying to rip apart a leg. Not super successful at it just yet. Not quite enough torque on it. But, I mean, he's trying to put in some good work there to make up for it not happening. But he might have just given a gift to his opponent, who now has a heel hook of his own. Doesn't quite have enough to finish it. Rechambers it. This might be better here for Murdoch. It looks like over on mat number 7, there's a lot of fun exchanges that are happening. Gentleman with the no rash guard. I think that's Rafa Freire. It's one of his teammates. Having a pretty good day there, so congratulations are in order to him. Yep, leg lock shootout happening on mat number 8. Mat number 8. Okay, let's take a look here at any new developments on the upcoming bouts. So, what is happening here? I think that thing literally, I just pressed upcoming bouts and it just made it in giant font for me. And I'm like, I'm old. I'm not that old. Okay. Right now, DeGraff is about to come up. DeGraff, mat number 1. That's happening. Ooh. Wow. That was a belly down all the way for, I think that's Mario versus Josh. Yeah, he's in on a belly down here, and Josh Murdoch showing no signs of getting fucked up there, but that does not look like it is fun. Eek. And there's still a minute 37 in that position. He does find himself out of it. The efforts you have to go through sometimes to get a submission, though. Boy. My ankles, my legs hurt just watching that. But speaking of which, there's another leg lock attempt happening on mat number 4. Mat number 4, bringing to your attention right now. It's a shootout. Once again, it looks like you might slowly be inching toward a winner. The gentleman with the heart on his t-shirt, I can't tell if it's a rash guard or a t-shirt. Looks like he's pretty close there. I mean, they're just continuing to rip back and forth. So while they try to figure out who's going to get the better of one another there, I'm going to take a look at what it says. And it says, I came from the Cuban pyramid system where they train their Olympic athletes. That's how I got the name. Some people think I'm a super athlete. Man, that's dope. Good on you, dude. Alec, coming down to train with me the first of the year, as in he is coming to train with you, or he has. Because either one is cool, but if he's coming up to train with you, Alec's a beast. I love that guy. We just had the chance to run into each other at CJI too. And man, such a good guy. Just a really fun, nice dude to run into. And I'll be honest, like the best part about seeing him blow up and do some of these really cool viral video breakdowns is I told him this in person. I was like, dude, you're just really effortlessly funny. I like people who aren't just trying to push the joke. He's just being him and capping on it like one of your uncles making fun of shit. And it's so funny. All right. Speaking of funny, we have the return of the singlet back on mat number 2. Mat number 2. Oh, Parker Drake has a big, big task ahead of him. He will be taking on Max Hansen. Eek. Eek. Yeah, that's a rough one. Don't know what to say about that one. I like him, but I'm going to have to destroy him. I mean, better you than me, but I can't. I know that guy's pretty good. If you've got that whole fucking system down, if you come from that, you should be just fine. Oh, Max Hansen already in on a footlock here. Singlet. Trying to move very quickly out of the way. You know, wearing a singlet's all fun and games until you get somebody like Max Hansen who's just zoning in on trying to murder you as fast as he can. Meanwhile, back on mat number 8. Looks like Murdoch in a little bit of trouble here. All right. I think we are moving our advisory, though. I think I'm going to move our advisory to mat number 1. I might be late on it, but in the event I am not, because it's weirdly highlighted, we are going to give you the update for Andrew DeGraff, who has had people just on him, watching him. Max Hansen picks up the win against Singlet Dude. Singlet Sean Penn's day, unfortunately, comes to an end there. Let's give you some updates. David Stolisu from Sydney West Martial Arts. He is on mat number 2. He's got Hathia Penny that he is taking on. Julian Espinoza. Didn't know he was going to be doing this one. Actually, that one slipped by me. He is on mat number 4. Julian Espinoza. That's who that was. I was wondering who was shooting those leg lock attempts. Julian is currently ahead 4-0, so props to him. He is a beast. Love seeing that guy out there today. Satava and Michael Lugo is happening right now on mat number 6. Mat number 6. So that's the one that's happening. Just started at 5:17. We're staying with our advisory for mat number 1. Mat number 1 is the one you want to keep eyes on right now. Andrew DeGraff is some of the best up-and-comers that you can see happening in the sport. We had the chance to see him at the PGF filling in, and kid's monstrous. He's definitely making the best out of his time training over at Kingsway. I think he's already in on a heel hook against his opponent, Caleb. It's not looking very strong here for Caleb as DeGraff transitions, has the leg. Yeah, a lot of defense heavy here by Caleb. And DeGraff rolling, staying with it. We'll see what happens there. I'm going to give them a second. I think Julian Espinoza ended up pulling off the win on mat number 4, so congratulations are in order for him right now. Eek, this is a long, long day, my friends. I hope you guys are in for the long haul. We've already been on for about an hour and 20 plus. So this has been nonstop talking. I have not taken a break this entire time. Would love it if you could give us a like, a comment, and a share. And from the look of it right now, David Stolisu was able to pick up the win via an incredibly solid and very effective leg lock happening on mat number 2. That happened on mat number 2. And meanwhile, mat number 8 looks like there is a finish in time for that Josh Murdoch, who unfortunately will not go on. His opponent, Mario, is going to get the win and continue on for today. As we were saying, if you like what you're seeing, would love it if you can give a like, a comment, and a share. And Andrew DeGraff just picks up an almost effortless attack on that arm. He's pretty good at hitting like a Choi bar, sort of modified Choi bar, if you would. Just literally pockets it, has no issue trying to hit it, does it. Beast. Congratulations are in order for him. Jonathan Satava is currently ahead 2-0 on mat number 6. That is mat number 6. So we will keep you updated on who wins that one. Harrison Howard, Colby Gonzalez, that's happening. And Colby Gonzalez is the one that has the 3 different gyms that he is professing. All right. Let's see who's coming up right now. There was just an update that happened. And looking to see folks you might know. Isaac Cordova about to happen on mat number 3. Sam Davis, mat number 3 as well. Sam should be up right now. That is happening mat number 3, and there is 1 minute left to go. And if I'm doing my reading right, I think Sam Davis is the one with the loose t-shirt and the purple-ish spats. I'll come back to that in a second. Oh boy. How's my PSF boys doing? Okay. Sorry, on mat number 3, it looked like there was a very vicious attack that was happening. Ended up being just fine. This is where it's tricky because the PSF folks, I don't know if that includes Max Hansen. It's kind of nebulous. Max is off to a great start today. So I don't know exactly where I like attributing him to or where people want him to be attributed to. I just figure that since he is one of the folks who... tomorrow for more gold. Okay, so I think Ernesto is advanced to tomorrow. So that does check out here. I think we are starting to see more and more people get to the point where we're now starting to see who advances to tomorrow. So keep eyes on that, folks. Keep eyes on that. Okay. I'm wondering if I see a finish here. This gentleman is now jumping around. Not quite sure why. And it looks like that's Jaden Tucker. I have no idea what that celebration was about, honestly. That was weird as fuck. Jacob Johnson. Okay. He picks up the win over ADCC style dude. Okay, they're off. Let's see what's happening now. All right, we're going to give you guys some more updates here in just a second. But let's look and see who we have. For whatever reason, it is not happening. Okay. Yes. Adamas is PSF. Yeah, again, I know it's only when somebody puts a different gym name that I don't see PSF that I have to think about it and go, okay, you put down something else. So I don't always know that. But yes, they rep the PSF flag on bigger events for sure. Just wanted to make sure. I'm not trying to misquote where people are from. But yes, Max Hansen has been killing it. Off to a very good start today. He just beat up some dude who was in a singlet. That was really fun to watch. Because I have to think, when you show up here and they're like, you can kind of wear whatever you want. I've seen people at trials wear gis. That shit's insane. At, I want to say, West Coast Trials 2017, somebody was wearing a gi, and it was batshit crazy. And, of course, they were asking for a lot of attention. And then all of a sudden, when they lose, they're just kind of like screaming out whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's so wild. Like, I want to be in on the joke with them, but I go, I don't think you're in on the joke, fam. Isaac Cordova, that is happening on mat number 3, Dova Dog. Mat number 3, that just started. It's a minute into the match. I think he's up top with trying to pass guard. He has a foot still stuck in at half guard, but it's looking very promising to see him move forward here. Again, if you like the show, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Raf Esparza. I host a show called what? The Grappling Hour. Duh. You guys can subscribe to the Grappling Hour on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that good jazz, Instagram. We are essentially everywhere. So love to see you guys supporting us here at the show. It does mean a lot. And Cordova is still looking very good. So we're going to give our advisory right now to Dova Dog. That is mat number 3. Mat number 3 currently has our advisory. And we're going to take a look just to make sure we're not missing anything else elsewhere. Reese Lefevre is on mat number 6. Johnny Grippo is on mat number 5. So we are starting to see the 66Kers make their way into the day. But this mismatch, good Lord, that's mat number 7? Who is that? Esteban. That's what I thought. Oh, Esteban Martinez, you crazy SOB, you. Esteban is always like a Tasmanian devil on these. So he is definitely somebody that is fun to watch in these matches. Just to give you guys that update. All right. If you guys are enjoying this, again, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. That is the easiest thing that you can do. All right. Let's take a look and see who is coming up here shortly so I can give you guys some updates. Okay. So, right now, good Lord. We're going to refresh that browser, see if that can help us out a little bit right now. Johnny Grippo pulls guard against Aaron Smith, who looks to try to attack his leg. Choice against somebody like Grippo, who has been known to grip and rip in the past. There is an armbar and triangle attempt over on mat number 2. It's looking pretty solid. We'll see if there's able to be a finish entirely over on that section. Meanwhile, mat number 6. Looks like there was a finish. I think that was Reese Lefevre who got a finish there. Mat number 2, it's looking a little dicier now. That triangle's getting on a lot tighter, and it does not look like his opponent is moving too fast from that place anymore. And I do believe that is Jorge Chavez or George Chavez. Not sure which one he prefers. We'll just say both and cover our bases. Meanwhile, Isaac Cordova looking solid, but still no points ascribed here. He's looking to try and take the back. We'll see what he's able to come up with here in just a second. Frankie Lopez from Simple Man Martial Arts making his way on out to mat number 8. Johnny Grippo still scoreless at this time. That is because there is no points to be had yet. Still 1 minute before they get into that for him. All right, mat number 6. Mat number 6. I thought I spied me a Butter Panther. You could tell because he wasn't wearing any sleeves because he wanted to show off the guns. So that definitely looks like a South Bay competitor is about to make their way out onto the mats right now. All right, friends. Oh, Cordova has to be careful with the legs here. I think he's okay. But we will keep you posted on what is happening there as well. Okay. So, what have we learned so far? Well, really still the attack of the day is just if you can find yourself in any kind of back control, you're always off to the races here at ADCC. Cordova might be the first to go off the mats. Oh my goodness, the savagery in which he is looking to pass this guard. It is almost combat jiu-jitsu-like, and now that's going to be a pass, but he's completely off the mats. So God bless his knees for taking that. That did not look fun. Speaking of not looking fun, there's a takedown that happened on mat number 4. Not only that, but it is now with 2 points for Carlos Sands. So congratulations to him for getting that. For Carlos Sands, that's going to give him 4-0 right now. Meanwhile, Cordova's got 16 seconds before he probably ends up winning by points. Let's see what else is happening elsewhere. Esteban Martinez in a little bit of trouble here on a 0-0 is in danger of losing the back. He's internal, which will give him some time. Meanwhile, mat number 1, there's a heel hook attempt. It's looking pretty good so far. Dova Dog, I think, is going to pull off the win there. So we'll see what happens in just a second. I just saw on mat number 8, there was a finish. And that finish belonged to Indecipherable. I don't see an anklet. Oh, no, I saw it. It's all the way up on the leg. Yeah, I think I forget that gentleman's name. Apologies, but congratulations to Isaac Cordova over on mat number 3. Mat number 3. Okay, let's do some updates. What can we expect to see? Johnny Grippo is ahead 3-0. And he's got a minute 59, but got the submission anyway. So Johnny Grippo continues on. Congratulations in order for him. Let's let you know who is coming up and who is on deck. Dom Lobo is going to happen on mat number 2. Mat number 2, he's coming up shortly. He'll be going up against Gavin Corbet. That's going to be a really good match. Dorian Olivares, he's happening on mat number 3 right now. Mat number 3. Mat number 3 for Dorian Alvarez. Kyvan Gonzalez, the UFC BJJ star and TikTok guy. He is coming up on mat number 3. Mat number 3. Ian Morgan, friend of the show, mat number 5, and Peerless and Millennia MMAs. Also, Dane Leak, friend of the show. He's coming up on mat number 5. That's happening very shortly. Dom Mejia. Oh, my goodness. I forgot all about that. Dom Mejia is coming up on mat number 6. He is definitely one to watch right now. Keep your eyes on him. He definitely could be a spoiler at this tournament. He went very, very far in a much giving up weight, one might say, at the PJF category. Esteban Torres made it to overtime. Wow. Man, that dude not only knows how to be an incredible Tasmanian devil, but it looked like he was almost going to give up points there, and he was very, very good at making sure he didn't let any of those points happen. Let's look to see who's happening. Let's do an advisory right now. We're going to switch one of our advisories over to mat number 6. Let's do mat number 6 right now. That advisory is going to be in order for Dom Mejia. Let's see what he's able to do. You kind of want to be here quickly because he's already looking like, oh, Dom Mejia already looking to take home a leg. He's on a knee bar right now. That looks pretty solid. I think Peter, yeah, very wisely taps Dom Mejia off to an incredible start. Wow. Well done. Whew. I mean, what are you going to say? Dom Mejia, dominator himself, making an appearance right now. Getting done even faster than Dorian Alvarez, who comparatively looks slow. Dorian's only in minute 112 of his match. Wow. Okay. Let's see how that continues to progress. Mat number 1. Looked like there was a leg lock. It did look like a finish. I think that was Diego Ortiz. Congratulations to Diego Ortiz getting that one done on mat number 1. All right, let's update you. Dorian Alvarez, mat number 3 right now. They're resetting mats 4 and 5. Esteban Martinez still happening right now. 0-0 score. Nothing happening there just yet, but still one to watch. One to watch indeed. All right. I think they're about to give us the new up, folks. If you guys want to stay on, mat number 2 is the one to watch. We're doing an advisory for mat number 2. At mat number 2, you're about to see Dominic Lobo versus Gavin Corbet. That should be a fire match. We are going to stay on mat number 2. That is our advisory right now. So I hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast of the Grappling Hour, watching along for some ADCC trials, and we're hoping you're having a great day. It has been, so far, a very solid day of competition, I have to say. Okay. Dom Lobo standing up with Corbet. You know, Lobo actually has a lot of training with wrestling, but he's primarily known as a guard player. And wow, Corbet ducks right underneath him, looking to just come up on top. But that's not necessarily a bad position for Lobo. Lobo loves to say that he has an unpassable guard. That's something he's quoting from Eddie Bravo. It's just like, I dare you to see somebody pass this man's guard. Meanwhile, we're about to get a referee's decision over there, and Esteban Martinez's day is cut short very early as his opponent is going to move on. Meanwhile, mat number 4, I'm trying to see the names of these folks. Give me a second here. Dorian Alvarez looking like he's in on a choke. He's over to the side. Looks like it's a guillotine. Gets it done at 1 minute and 48 seconds left in that round. Congratulations. Dorian Alvarez continues on, but off to a very good start for his day. Okay, Matthew Bolus. He is over from the boiling pot. He's on mat number 6. Intriguing. Good to see. Okay. Gavin Corbet. Dom Lobo still in a game of inches. And this is the no points portion. So, as a reminder, no points happen in ADCC for 3 minutes until you get to the finals, and then it is for 4 minutes. The remaining 3 minutes in regulation for, wow, Gavin Corbet gets it done against Dom Lobo. He is able to pick up a heel hook finish over Dom Lobo. Draw whatever comparisons you want about ecological training from that. Because even though it probably had nothing to do with it per se, people will say it had everything to do with it. Nonetheless, Dom Lobo, not an easy win. So congratulations to one of the Corbet brothers, because that's a good way to start your day, my friends. All right. Let's see what updates we have for you guys. I will let you know what is coming up shortly here. Let's go back up top. Andy DeGraff is going to return back on over to mat number 2 in just a second. Kaivan Gonzalez is going to happen on mat number 3 in a second. Fabian Ramirez, Flava Flav, is happening over on mat number 4 shortly. Ian Morkin on mat number 5 shortly, followed by Dane Lake. Rafa Ferreira, another one to watch, mat number 6. He's coming up in just a few. And those, I think, are the ones to keep eyes on here, folks. I see this. Eco is a joke. I don't know that it's a joke or not a joke, honestly. I think that Eco has a place. I don't know that I would say it as harshly as somebody as Drysdale has said, but I do think it is some rebranding. I think it's mostly what people do. But to take out the drilling, for me personally, I personally can't take out drilling. My brain is too stupid in order to feel the move. I have to do it a few times functionally. And then, of course, I'm going to put myself into live positions and try to work out of it. So that part I think is kind of cool. But literally just putting somebody dead to rights. Like if I put my white belts in there dead to rights and just said, like, figure it out. That's a smaller percentage of a percentage, I think, that will get it without some kind of guidance or direction. So I think the real key is the difference between the belief that people have that you're over guiding them. I still think there's an area for discovery that you should allow your people to do, but pretending like it doesn't exist is silly. So that part I do agree with, but I wouldn't say it as ridiculously as you were saying it right there. And it says, at any given time, half the matches are going for leg locks. Absolutely. Because think about it. Like, the leg locks are just this machine gun finish that if you could chamber it, you're in a good position. I love that arm lock right there on mat number 7. He wasn't able to finish it, but just it looked super tight. It was just unconventional, almost from like a lockdown, but like a closed guard. Meanwhile, mat number 2. Some good chambering here. Referee right on top of it. There's looking like a belly down arm lock. Gets it. Congratulations are in order for Joshua Lorton. Apologies if I don't fully know your names, sirs, but doing the best I can on the short time that we have it. Inevitably, there's always somebody that's like, you didn't know my name. And I'm like, probably, dude. Do you know my name? That's the real test. All right. We are in a great position. If you guys are enjoying the show, I'll take it. Oh, I just saw a finish over here with Rex and Davis. I believe Rex is the one that ended up getting the finish there. Congratulations are in order for him. All right, friends. Like, comment, subscribes. Those are the ways to show us some love here on this show. It means a lot to me. And you guys are doing incredible things here. Although there is a attempt at a finish. Body triangle, readjustment, does lose it in transition, and a wrestle up and an almost takedown. That was pretty solid there. Good Good exchanges all the way. Not quite sure what that is in reference to, but I will take it. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, Kaivon is on mat number 3. If you guys are fans of his comedy, you may enjoy his work as a practitioner. He is not bad. Solid black belt. We'll see what kind of statement he is able to make here today. Woo! They're very fast on mat number 2. My eyes are very tired, so I will come back to them shortly. Ian Morkin, number 5, mat number 5. I thought I saw his face a little bit earlier, but Rafa Freya, I'm going to have to go with Rafa Freya as our, PGF World. Yeah, see, I'm not even PGF World. I just work at their events as their pre and post shows. So, yeah, they're just like, that dude who does the interviews, brown glasses. Ooh, Rafa Freya's on an armbar. I think he's got that shit. Woo! His opponent rolled out, now looking to attack his leg. Rafa rechambers, going to attack his opponent's leg off of it. Reverse Unos, putting a little spice to it. Oh, that's a big opportunity for his opponent. He can capitalize off of it, but Rafa is just, he's a machine at this shit. Oh my goodness, that is so fast. We were right to put up that advisory for mat number 6. Mat number 6, in case you didn't see it, we'll repeat it one more time right now. Rafa Freya is not a joke, man. You definitely want to keep your eyes off of that guy. Excuse me. Mat number 8. Looks like there is a almost mount, but a head and arm choke. It's looking pretty good. There's some time to work from here. Rafa Freya in on what I thought was a Dars. Can't tell if it's Anaconda. Sorry, it's just moving very quickly. And he has that locked up. He just probably wants to trap the arm or the leg to feel a little bit more secure, but he has time to work from that and an excellent squeeze that just feels vicious. Yeah, that's going to give him plenty of time to work from this position. Referee trying to stay on top of it, make sure his opponent doesn't go to sleep. All right, Ian Morkin returning back on mat number 5. Ian Morkin on mat number 5. I see on mat number 7, though, pretty cool exchange that's happening down there that did end. Rafa Freya uses that to come on top. However, he is not quite at points. Back on mat number 7, that leg lock looking better each time. Looks like he's got that. He finishes it, and his opponent looks like he takes a little bit of damage off of that one. Woo! All right, Ian Morkin definitely is one that you want to keep eyes on. That dude is going to be a standout for us. Always, whenever he competes at Subversive, he's very fun to watch. Great aggressive sort of wrestling-based style. Just really, really intense. Does a lot of combat jiu-jitsu matches for us. Just an overall fun, incredible guy to see out there and compete. Rafa now looking to attack the back. I mean, ooh, he's looking to pop out for that arm. Didn't quite get that. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. I think he's going to opt to play some guard here. We will see how that works out for him. Meanwhile, Kayvon is done. Or nope, that match is still going. I think he's looking to pass guard here. We'll come back to that one in a second. What is that guy's name? Anvu. Looks like a incomplete name, honestly. All right. Mat number 8. I see a gentleman trying to finish that heel hook attempt. He's close. Rafa does have 2 points over on mat number 6. They continue to roll. And for a split second, Oh, I think he's got that. Oh, no, his opponent's trying to attack the leg, almost just pushing it out, not clearing the knee line, which just makes me incredibly concerned. But he is now getting the knee out of danger, uses it to spin, tries to take the back. Opponent just going for a shotgun toe hold, doesn't get it. Meanwhile, let's see what else is happening elsewhere. Ian Morgan, I think his match finished. Didn't see what happened there. Let's call that back up. Okay, we'll come back to that in just a second. But Dom Mejia, that was a big one, just in case you missed that. Gavin Corbett also got that one done. Updates to follow on those other matches here just in a second, but I think Rafa Ferreira's probably, he's got a minute left. If he could stay the course, he is going to win by points, but I think he's still trying to get a submission finish here. Yeah, this is a dude who has no regard for his limbs or his opponent's limbs. Like, I think he's just in the space of one of us has to die. Dane Leake now over on mat number 6. I'm sorry, mat number 5. Mat number 5, Dane Leake. Well, they roll off almost onto another set of mats there. Oh boy, this is so much grappling. Still happening here, folks. All right, if you are enjoying this broadcast, a like, a comment, a share, wherever it is you're watching, always goes very far for us here. They just finished in regulation, I think, over on mat number 2. And I think they go into overtime there. Rafa Freire celebrating as only Roberto Benini would over on mat number 6. Congratulations in order for him. Dane Leake, another PGF vet, over on mat number 5 right now. What's up, Fight Night Customs? Unk, who are you picking to win the trials? See, this is what a commenter would ask. I'm rooting for whoever is good because I'm going to interview them, you child. Like, I'm rooting for good people to win. Let's put it that way. Because if I say somebody I want to win and somebody else hears that who does win, then they're like, you want to come on your show because you weren't rooting for me. It happens. So, thus, I just hope everyone has fun and that the winners come on the show because we do extend invitations to just about everybody who wins. So, be excited. Hey, where are you? Aren't you supposed to be there? Ooh, I see on mat number 8, a leg attack there. If he could pass it over to the side, he's in much better business, but I don't. Oh, he's almost there. That is a knee bar. That should be enough. His opponent's going for a toe hold. I mean, it's a desperation toe hold there. He's got a little bit more oomph to it now, but they both lose their position on that one. Is what it is. Says, didn't get the fun, so I'm a focus for West Coast. Well, good for you, young man. It'll give you time to continue working on your wrestling, but just for those who aren't in the know, Diego Sanchez over here. Diego is an up-and-comer over in the Los Angeles, SoCal region, continues to get higher ranked every single time. He's a standout for Up Next Fighting. He will be interviewed on the show at some time in the near future. We have been trying to schedule something, and once I'm done with Subversive, I think we're going to lock down a time to go train and interview. So, but he is a training partner for a lot of us out this way. General goofball, but has some fun finishes in the beginning of his AMI career. But if you listen to him, I'm not going to let him say anymore because then you're just going to hear some nonsense. So I've said the compliments. Then we're good. All right, you guys. If you like the show, like, comment, subscribe, wherever it is you are watching. Would appreciate that. Keith Krikorian, Coming up on mat number one. Mat number one. So I'm going to put the advisory out for Keith Krikorian because we love that dude. Kid who is near and dear to us, not only here at Newground, not only here in the world, but just if you're a fan of grappling, you're probably a fan of that young man and his work. He is one of the best people to watch. And it says, I like the fact that ADCC trials, you got unknown dark horses that were in the shadow. Absolutely. It's part of the reason we do this. This whole broadcast is an opportunity to watch en masse a group of people who are all people who probably do well in their own regional scenes, getting an opportunity to get a bigger audience for themselves. And I'm a big fan of always trying to keep eyes and tabs and ears on everybody who is pretty good. But there are people who, man, sometimes I don't even know. Oh, don't get it twisted. I know who's going to win, but I'm not stupid enough to say it on air so that they don't come on air. Again, this is how you can tell. Amateur question, amateur mind. It says, we better be using AI to clip these streams. I don't know. I have a perfectly functional clip guy that I'm sure could go back and do that himself. And this is the note over from Dave Paris Callahan that says, Keith is a savage. Of course he is. Incredible human being. But you might also want to keep eyes on mat number 2. Andrew DeGraff has been very fun to watch. It's only a minute into his match right now, but he is in on a leg attack here. He is very quick to action, so I would like to see him continue to do incredible things here, but he is one to watch. Let me see who else we got here. Dane Leake's still happening. Mat number 5. However, Dane looks like he is on the wrong side of a body triangle, so he's losing 3-0. And Andrew DeGraff getting it done so quickly that he busted up the leg of his opponent, who is able to walk on it. He's good. He's going to feel that tomorrow, though. But Andrew DeGraff continues on. Congratulations to that young man. This is how we have to put these advisories so quickly. We literally have to tell you, eek. I feel like 66 kg is the most difficult division. There's definitely a lot of standouts in that division. However, the largest division I want to say was the 77 kg. They were the ones, I believe, to start us off today. I think what happens is you have fish in the pond that are similar to Keith, your Gianni Grippos, like real monster bombs in that division. But we saw some good stuff in the 77 kg earlier today. So I'm very pleased with how everybody's marking out on that. Keith, again, mat number 1 right now. Keith is happening mat number 1. If you guys are enjoying this, like, comment, subscribe. Every single where that you see it. Fabian Ramirez, Flava Flav is happening right now over on mat number 4 as well. But we are staying with Keith. We will not change our advisory. We will let you know, though, that David Stolisu is happening, or did happen. Reese Lefevre is happening on mat number 2 now. Mat number 2, that happened very quickly. David Stolisu got it done in about 7 seconds. Holy shit. And that was against Jaden Tucker, who previously in his match, I want to say, flexed at the camera. So I don't know much about that kid. I don't know the situation, but yikes. David Stolisu, I really need to get that verified, but I think that 7 seconds is the fastest submission of the tournament thus far in. And it says, after seeing Johnny's guard at that last tournament, I don't think that man is going to win it. You said it, not me, sir. I don't know anything other than we'll see. We'll see. And I see this note that says, Colby Gonzalez, BJJ. Thank you for that. Appreciate you giving us the posts and letting us know who's who that you're coming here to support. All right, guys. Likes, comments, subscribes. Likes, comments, subscribes. Wherever it is you are watching this, I hope you are enjoying your day. We have so much show to do. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing so many notes happen here, so please do us a solid. What's up, Zeke? I see you, brother. If you guys are enjoying this, throw us some comments. I'm seeing you there. I see a submission that just happened over on Matt number 7. Congratulations are in order for what I believe was Brandon. Brandon on Matt number 7. Keith, meanwhile, no points there, but I think he gets it done with a submission with a rear naked choke. Congratulations are in order to Keith Krikorian. Always good stuff, Coach. Appreciate that. Good to see you guys. Hey, Z, when is it your birthday, dude? I heard a rumor. Somebody told me it's your birthday pretty soon. When is it happening? Coach needs to know this. I got to plan accordingly. All right, Reese Lefevre, Matt number 2. Reese Lefevre, Matt number 2. That is probably going to be our advisory for the time being. If I revise it, I will let you guys know, but Reese is going to be the one to watch, I believe, on those mats. So let me go ahead and put on advisory for mat number 2. Mat number 2 is our advisory. Oh, no. Z, that was not the right answer. As in Monday when I teach class? Monday? Noted. May have to do something to commemorate that. 2 weeks for you? Everybody got a birthday right now? Y'all people couldn't just enjoy the holiday? Like, bro, in 2 weeks, it's Thanksgiving, man. We don't got time for a birthday. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, you aren't. I'm so sorry. It's not super great for you, dude. I can't promise you what is going to happen, but I will tell you when you come to class, we'll have something for it. And you have to come to class. I don't want to hear this bullshit that you weren't available. So, all right, let's look and see what we got. Isaac Cordova, mat number 3. Isaac Cordova, mat number 3. Keep in mind that Cordova has been a standout so far. We'll see if he's able to continue it on right now. Ooh, I see a leg lock happening on mat number 2. Reese Lefevre, though. Reese, interesting, is in this weird ass leg lock right now. Just doesn't give a shit. Those are the people who are the scariest in terms of leg locks. Like, they literally get put in a position and they can give a shit if you look like you have any kind of thing on them. So far, so good on that match. We'll come back to it shortly. Oh, I think that was a finish right there. And that is going to be Trevor. Well, no, Reese Lefevre. My apologies. I was like, wait, that's not exactly what happened. It's always funny when it's out of context. Meanwhile, on mat number 8, there's a heel hook. I think he thought that he had the heel hook and there was a tap, kind of let it go. And that is with David Virgil and Lorenzo Santiago. Eek. Good. I am glad to see that, sir. It's a very busy ass day here, people. Oh my goodness. So, just to let you guys know, we have been going for 2 hours, 0 breaks. That's how we do things here at the Grappling Hour. If you're enjoying this, do us a solid, a like, a comment, a subscribe. Tell people to watch this show. Let them know that you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it. I don't really care where it is. But if you haven't subscribed to the Grappling Hour on YouTube, it would mean a lot to me if you could. You can also check us out at patreon.com/grappling hour. We have free memberships, but for just $5, you can see my interviews 30 days before anybody else. And for a few extra dollars, extra bonus content not available anywhere else. But in the meantime, let's talk about who's coming up. We're going to put our advisory on mat number 3 for Isaac Cordova. Our advisory for Matt Cordova, mat number 3. So, why Isaac Cordova? And the bullpen. yes. You, like my social media guys, like, you better follow the bullpen. Yes, we do have an account, an Instagram for the bullpen. However, if they follow us where the money's at, then we have more money, or Brian. So you know, one thing at a time. Take the ones with more money first. And it says, are you sitting on a toilet? Well, I'm glad these are the A+ quality comments that we have here on the show. No, I'm not. But what kind of toilet do you think just kind of like what are we talking about? I have a swivel chair. That's what I have right now. But thank you for the what Willie thinks. Apparently, we've answered that question. Not much. And it says BP is on the Patreon too. No. I know. Congratulations are in order though to Julian Espinoza, who got a finish and advances on. Julian Espinoza, a friend of the show. Happy to see him advance. Very pleased to see that result. I think over on mat number 5, Dorian Alvarez got it done very quickly as well. So we'll come back to some more information here, but Isaac Cordova now is about to make it into points. We will update you further there in just a second. Anything crazy happened so far? Not a ton. Oh, that mounted guillotine looked pretty good though. I like as we say that. There's like, well, that was pretty cool. That was over on mat number 6, and that was, I believe, Joey. Don't know his last name. Let's just call him Joey Al. But Egg, what was I about to tell you? I think Reese Lefevre got a submission in 7 seconds. It's either Reese or somebody else. God damn it. It happened so quickly. My apologies. I thought it's one of the Kingsway folks. 7 seconds. That like Dova. Recon kicks butt. Yeah. Dova right now, 0-0, 2:17 to go. Playing from guard. He had a pretty good start to his day, so happy to see him advance. Ooh, like that little shuck that was happening over on mat number 7. Who is that? We'll find out some names here shortly. Let's give some updates. Fabian Ramirez, Flabe, he is continuing on mat number 4. That is still going. Then upcoming here in just a second, we'll give you some updates on who is coming up. And it says Renee should have defended his, or Reese should have defended his 155 PGF title. If you know anything about the boys over at Kingsway, there's always a methodology. There's always a strategy. So I don't think they give a shit. I think they're literally in the space of like, nah, it's this person's turn. Speaking of which, submission happened over on mat number 8. Congratulations to that gentleman. Don't know him. I think it was the dude with the shirt, no shirt on. Congratulations. All right. Who's coming up here in just a second? Let's let you know. Kaivan Gonzalez, he'll be returning on mat number 2. Gavin Corbet returning on mat number 2. Then a little bit later, looks like in a second, we should also see Ian Morgan returning on mat number 5. Dorian Alvarez will return on mat number 5. And those are, Dom Mejia is going to return back on mat number 8. That's going to be one to watch. Dom Mejia was off to a very good start today as well. Surprise, surprise. It says, we'll hang out later, but I have my Dollars Volleyball Club streaming, and my eldest son's final college football game is about to start. Well, I hope they both do well, sir, but, you know, you got to go be a dad. I can't really make fun of you for being a good dad. I want to. I want to be like, man, how irresponsible of you not to watch this as it's happening. But you're watching your kid, so can't really insult you for that. What's up, Cholo Renas? What's up, brother? I hope you are coming Monday. I don't know if you know this, but it's going to be Z's birthday on Monday. There might be something special we need to do for Z's birthday. I think. Uh-oh. Mat number 1. Somebody is sitting really sad on the ground. I think he is injured. What is that one dude with the, like, proton pack backpack doing? Is that, like, water? He looks like he's got the sprayer for the tournament. And he's also wearing a cowboy hat. Bro, too much. You're doing too much. Can't deal with that. Saw a submission finish. Looked like an armbar happened over on mat number 8. Congratulations are in order for that young man. And that looks like it was Chris. Is that Conklin? It's Chris something. Too tiny of a name to figure out. Cordova, though. Ooh, his opponent. Carlos. Spicy. Very angry. I will tell you this, though. If I know something about Dova, that's actually when he has the best brought out of him. So I don't know how he's going to take that. I don't imagine he'll be taking it lightly. So 2 minutes, 21 seconds from Dova Dog over on that side. Again, if you guys are enjoying this, like, comment, subscribe. You can find us at Grappling Hour on all major platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And also follow us at the Bullpen on Instagram. Otherwise, my social media guy is going to yell at me. Brian, did you hear that? It's a hard job here, people. Yeah, we got to stop down over on mat number 1. Meanwhile, on mat number 2, a little bit of an attempt on a leg lock there. He's pushing, knee lines clear, so I think he'll be all right for the immediate time. But his opponent has a great grip over on the top of the foot. Meanwhile, mat number 4, it's going very, very fast. That could be a heel hook finish over on mat number 4. Keep your eyes on it. The gentleman without the rash guard might be in trouble here. Yeah, I'm not sure he's reacting fast enough. That leg is still safe at the moment, but mat number 4 could happen very quickly. Looks like Carlos has a triangle attack on Cordova. Dova's got to actually be very, very careful here. That arm is susceptible. The triangle's in a good play. That's a tough spot to be in. And even if he survives it, now it puts heavy pressure on him to put a lot of emphasis. And yes, over on the bottom where I told you on mat number 4, the gentleman looked like he wasn't going to get out of that leg lock. Didn't. So we were right on that. Congratulations are in order for that dude. They took away his name. Literally, I don't have enough time to see the names. They literally just escape it. By the time I'm like, oh, who got that submission? And then it just lower third, done. We got to move on. Who gives a fuck? This dude won. I unfortunately think 2 things. I think, too soon, Raf, too soon. Dova got out of the triangle, but he's got 38 seconds to pass. And a pass is hyper necessary because if that goes to decision, that is 100% going to go to his opponent for the amount of attack time he had. That ride time in that triangle, it's heavy. And he has been very aggressive. So Carlos Sanas, he might be looking at a win here. Dova, it's got 21 seconds to make something happen. I'd love to see it happen, but it is short on time. Yikes. And dude, this guy is just savage. That takedown he got was just extra salt on the wound. That should be enough to get the points for him. Congratulations to Carlos Sanas. That is a tough dude to beat. So major props to him. But you know, Dova's a pal, so we always try to ride with our friends here at the show. Big ups, Dova. I know you're going to come back stronger, brother. But I would say keep eyes on that gentleman. We're going to go on over to mat number 5. Ian Morkin. Ian Morkin is coming up there, so let's put an advisory on that. Morkin has had a pretty good day so far. I think you will become fans of his style the more you watch him. He is a subversive standout. I believe he's on our upcoming card that is coming up this week at Friday. I'm executive producing another one of those shows. Very excited to see that happening. But that is on mat number 5. So our advisory for mat number 5 stays on. And that action takes place right now. Okay. Let us see what other comments and questions you guys have for us. Whatever it is you're thinking or feeling, feel free to tell us in the chat. I've seen a lot of friends come through. MMA Tia Elena, thank you very much. Pandex, Fight Night Customs. Rolling and Stoning, I saw you over here. Good for you, brother. Good to see you. JP Since, what's up, man? Oh my God, we have so many friends who've been showing up. What's up, Yanet? Good to see you as well. Lots and lots of friends stopping through on the show this week. Ian Morgan in on an armbar. That's a pretty good start. Meanwhile, mat number 2. Looks like a submission was attempted there. Doesn't quite get it, but that's going to be good enough to give us some time. Dova, though, going over to the refs. I'm not quite sure. Oh. That's a 0-0 score. Huh. I'm not sure what's going to come of that. I thought they were going to give those points. But he was in Turtle. I wonder if it has something to do with the slam. But Dova is talking to the referee. So they have the camera firmly squared over. Normally they keep the camera on the action, but there is the action. So I think Dova is there, and he's got his coach, Andy Belmore, who's trying to give them the footage, and they are going to look to see it. So Dova is pleading his case right now in front of the Supreme Court. Okay. We'll see what happens there, but that's definitely going to hold up the action on that side. Ian Morgan, though, trying to loosen the arm. The referee is in the way of the camera. Cool. Love seeing the referee's ass rather than the action. Oh, thumbs up. Yeah, dude, get out of the way. Just remember, we pay this as a service. We would like to see the action. Ian Morgan kind of has like a triangle. It's a little offset. He's attacking the arm, seeing what he can get off of that. And Dova. Eek. Oh, no. For a second, my mat number 2 blipped out. Matt Mash. You know what? Let's do this. Advisory on mat number 1 for Matt Mash. Matt Mash is a beast. We love this kid. Man, you want to keep eyes on it. Okay. I think, yep, Ian Morgan got it done on mat number 5. As we let you know, you want to keep eyes on that one, and we were right to do so. So Carlos Sanas and Isaac Cordova, I think they are coming to a ruling. We're waiting to see the exact signature they have for the finish. Doe is trying to signal his arm up. This is an unusual amount of time that they're spending on that one. Let's let you know. But yeah, Matt Mash, another standout from the combat jiu-jitsu world, from the PGF. When he locks in, he is a scary, scary dude. Right now, he is up against Ryan Bryant. We'll get you an update here on him in just a second. But in the meantime, we can tell you that Kayvon is back on mat number 2. Sebastian Sherpa on mat number 3. Dorian Alvarez back on mat number 5. My apologies, that's mat number 5. They have a stop down on mat number 3. So it looks like that is the Doa one that they're waiting on. They just literally stopped updating it, I think, to give them a second. So those are the big updates that we have for you at this time. All right, Dorian Alvarez, they're completely off the mats. At least their initial mat. They went on over to another mat on the opposite side. Huh. We need a trials pre-post show. Yes. Flo needs one. Does this show need another one? No. No, I'm going to be pretty dead after this. But in general, yes, they do. I don't know that they need the Flow one, because I've seen the Flow one, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they could use us, so I think you're right on that regard. And it says, do you have a start time for anything? Didn't see brackets loaded on Smooth Comp. Okay. So, I'm a pretty meticulous planner, And nothing upsets me more than when we do this, than when I have to see how late it takes for them to update all of their shit. Like, the brackets weren't released until somewhere around, at least I didn't see them on Flow until like 10, 9 p.m., somewhere in that region. I was setting up here at the gym. It was annoying. But having said that, I'm not even sure. I haven't even looked at Smooth Comp today. I don't know exactly what is on that broadcast or what they put on there, but you would assume they should have some stuff up there that just tells you, here's the time, here's what this is. No, none of that. It's very annoying. So it's a lot of me trying to piece together stuff. But that is a large reason why we do this show, honestly. Like, we do this show so that you guys can kind of have a fighting chance to know what's coming up and where you can watch things. Is no bueno. To a meticulous planner, it always looks like you could do better. But nonetheless, very happy to see you guys joining us. We have a lot of stuff happening right now. If you guys want to tell us somebody to try and look out for, we will do our best to do so. But currently, I am looking at the notes here. Matt Mash is ahead 3-0. 3-0 on Matt number 1. And he is 15 seconds potentially away from winning it. There's a submission attempt over on that Matt number 1. I'm not sure it's going to hold. All right. That's going to be enough to get Matt Mash the win. Congratulations are in order for him. Oh, referee's coming over to just double check something. Okay. We'll come back to that one right now. Kaivon back on Matt number 2. All right. So that's Matt Mash 3-0, I believe, picking up the win on that one. Dorian Alvarez in his round of 32. I think if he wins that one, he should be assured an ability to advance for the next day. So that is happening over on that side of the world. Okay. That is looking very promising. Congratulations are in order, I believe, for Matt Mash. We'll wait for just a second here. On Matt number 3, they are still waiting for the update on the Cordova-Carlos Sainz match. So I'm not sure what the discrepancy is. I will try to keep eyes out for it. But it is it's an interesting start. Let's just say this. All right, folks. Let's keep things rolling here. Jacob March on mat number 1, Fable Flabe. Mat number 4. Let's see what else is happening here. Okay, we're about to see, I think, the hand raise. That dude looks the exact same as the dude on mat number 3. Mat number 4, mat number 3 looks... Oh, nope. Nope. Kid. Ugh. Mat number 1, dude, just did a snot rocket. Didn't need to see that on camera. Gross. Uh-oh. I think the coach, for the gentleman who thought he would beating Isaac Cordova, is expressing some extended hands. So I'm not sure if it's a rule violation, but something seems not clear. And now the kid who is competing against Dova does seem a little bit in disbelief. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's happening there. We'll stay on that one. We'll report as we find out more. Eek. That one kid on mat number 6, he impressed me. But Dorian Alvarez gets another submission win, or no, it looks like this might be a points win. Congratulations to him. Kaivon Gonzalez advances. And it looks like they're going to pull out mat number 3. Nope, still waiting. This is mat number 6. So this is Joey Deal versus James Ortiz from the Simple Man podcast. I'm sorry, the Simple Man Martial Arts. It takes a second to get there. I'm going to look and see what comment I just saw go up. Quick update on Ian Morkins. So far, so good. I believe, I want to say this, I have to double check my work, but I think he has one more to win to advance for tomorrow. But he has won enough to continue on. He should be in the next round. Mat number 1, that is a crazy knee bar heel hook that is happening. Oh my God. The fact that his opponent didn't tap. Yeah, that's a tap right there. That was Jacob Marsh. Is that Jacob Mash? Does he have a brother? Is that who that is? Good Lord. We'll figure that one out as we go. Let's put our advisory up. Mat number 5, Keith Krikorian on mat number 5. But yeah, Terrell, that is the update on that. Chris, any upsets yet? Great question. I haven't seen an upset that hasn't made sense to me functionally yet. I have seen mostly some good folks go out. They finally did the announcement, and it looks like Dova is out. It looks like his opponent does uphold on the win. It was an aggressive match. It was hard to follow. I'm not exactly sure what the discrepancy was on the ruling. But again, we're going to put our advisory up for mat number 5 for Keith Krikorian, because anytime Keith Krikorian is on the mats, you will usually find a pretty solid match. So that's mat number 5. That is our current advisory. So with that in mind, I think we may be getting closer to seeing some of the heavier weight classes and the women coming up very shortly. So keep an eye out on that. Okay. By the way, just to let you know, 2 hours, 24 minutes, not a single break yet. Would love for you guys to give us a like, a comment, a subscribe, wherever it is you're watching, because who else is doing this? Legitimately, riddle me this, Batman. Who else is doing a ridiculous long broadcast to watch for you for free all of ADCC? And I should answer this question. Can you show it? Can I? Yes. Will I? No. Here's why. People who are behind this do know me. I hope that's pretty clear. And I'm not going to risk my channel, my friends' channels, to show you what it is. I'm not even going to do the reflective, show you the pay-per-view in my eyes on my glasses sort of a thing. I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you the updates. Congratulations to Gavin Corbet, who advances again off a submission. That's pretty dope to see. Anyway, here's the point of the rant. Don't ask your friends to compromise their channel because you are poor. This is the compromise that we do. This is me saying, hey, let me help you. Let me tell you what's happening so I can save you money so you don't have to buy Flow Grappling. Does look like a submission happened over on mat number 8, and that belongs to, what's that dude's name? Don't know. It's already 2 gone now. Julian Espinoza coming up on mat number 8, and Keith Krikorian looks like he got it done over on mat number 4, mat number 5. Sorry, mat number 5. Keith Krikorian got it done on mat number 5. So let's go over this. Yeah, Ian Morkin, the last time he got it done by submission. Looking to see some other results. Dom Mejia got it done by submission in his last bout. That was pretty dope. And of course, Julian Espinoza got it done by submission last time too. So it's a lot of results to try and keep tabs on here, but we are doing our best. Let me see. LOL. No lie. That's what I'm saying here, bro. Okay. what is coming up? So on the docket right now, Dom Mejia back on mat number 2. So that's going to be our advisory. Dom Mejia on mat number 2. Dom Mejia, anytime he's on the mat, similar to our friend Keith Krikorian, keep eyes on him. Him and DeGraff are already off to a really good start. Man, I don't even want to see those kids go after each other. Like, you just get a sense of what it is they do when they're training. Looks like Flava Flav is back on mat number 4. Love this patience here by Dom Mejia. Really solid. Passing mechanics, already starting to cup that leg. Using the hooks to advance. It's probably going to go, yep, gets him out. No points right yet because we are at 4:30 on the clock. It has to be 3 minutes before points are ascribed. But Dom Mejia is one of those kind of grapplers who almost doesn't even need the points. That dude can get it done very aggressively and very quickly. So that is what's happening over there. I will give you some updates on who's coming up here in just a second. But in the meantime, I will tell you this. 400 people less competing today. It's good business for your boy. Means this shit's flying by way faster. We might actually be done somewhere by like 3 p.m. today. And that would be a blissful. Dom Mejia, head and arm choke. In mount. Taking his time. Making his opponent suffer. Meanwhile, mat number 7. Like the look of that. This dude looks very chill. No rash guard team dude on mat number 7, taking his time, about to take this arm from his opponent. Let's see some notes here. It says Alec still haven't come up with. No, Alec isn't going to go. Oh, that might be a knee bar there, dude. You don't want to do that shit. Ooh, that arm is coming in danger right now. Oh no, this dude is making a choice. All of these pathways are looking worse and worse by the second. Oh no, Dom Mejia didn't get the submission, so that just made him angry now that they're in points. And his opponent thought about trying to wrestle up. Is now looking at his guard to save him, but Dom Mejia already essentially passed the guard. He's not quite fully established in mount, but he's taking his time. He has double underhooks, good head pressure. Now from this, his opponent's trying to take it a moment here. You know, Roman Cordova is trying to figure out what to do. Ooh, armbar, almost. Oh, man. You ever just watch somebody roll themselves back into an armbar? Eek. Oh, man. Mat number 5 is very fun and spicy right now. I do like that a lot. Okay. Dominic Mejia standing back up, looks for a shot, doesn't get it, gets stuffed. Let's look at a couple of these notes here. And it says, the Combat Academy, love you, Raf. Oh, likewise, dude. Wish I could be training with you guys, but, you know, obviously doing this here today. And, like, honestly, soon I will be over to train. Combat Academy over in California here. SoCal, excellent open mat. Happens on Saturdays, I believe, 11:30 to 1:30. Could be wrong. Apologies. And it says he is plotting on these people getting the sub early. Yeah, no shit. But no, Alec, he is going whenever they start, I think, the heavier category. So that's coming up. Dom Mejia straight into a savage mounted triangle. Now looking to attack the arm, gets the tap. Easy. Puts up a single fist just to let you know. Mama, we did it. Ooh. Good work by Dom Mejia, who's looking formidable. I have to be honest. When you're looking at people who are potential spoilers, Dom Mejia has to be in that conversation. I'm not sure how much he was in it. You know, I'll be honest. I didn't pay attention too much to whatever they wrote. I saw some articles going up and I was just like, you know what? They never get it right. So why am I going to waste my time? But them giving props to our friends, always down for. So I do appreciate that. Let us update here and see what we can find out as what is coming up next. Reese Lefevre coming up on mat number 3. It looks like that's happening right now. And he's up against Carlos Sanz, who was the person who was up against Dovadog. So he had some time to rest. We could say that much there. Gianni Grippo is going up against Anvu. And that is happening on mat number 7. Flava Flav, Fabian Ramirez happening on mat number 4. Mat number 4 for the two of them. Matthew Cox now making his way onto mat number 2. That is happening. It just took off right now. And I think that person was, Anvu was trying to attack Johnny's leg. Now maybe giving up his back to that. But this lets you know that we are starting to see the emergence of the 88 kgers. So the 88 kgers look like they are slowly making their way into the next scenes. Can't say it enough, though. If you enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Wherever you are watching this, it does mean a lot to me. Y'all are such great people to be watching along. It is a marathon. This is really what it is. I tell people it's like when you host one of these things, it's essentially doing a 4 to 5 hour telethon that day. Sometimes it's even longer, especially when we do our long ADCC broadcasts. So, yes, in case you are just chiming in, Reese Lefevre, I believe if he wins this, makes it to tomorrow. So that's happening on mat number 3, and he's looking pretty good right now. So Reese Lefevre, 220, no points either way, but he's in a prime position to do where he does his best work, which is attacking the legs. Flava Flav looking to attack the back. He does have that. That should give him points right now. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Gianni Grippo does get it done via submission, it looks like. Yes, he does. Congratulations are in order for him. That just happened on mat number 7. That was mat number 7. Matt Cox still on mat number 2. We are staying with that action for the moment. We will return to other action here shortly, though. Reese Lefevre has been a big favorite, and Carlos Sanz had a very tough match against Dovadog. Looks very refreshed, though, and very, very ready to take on an incredibly spoilerish person. Rafa Ferreira is about to come up on mat number 4. Mat number 4. Same mat. Ooh. We got color bars over on mat number 6 for whatever reason. Color bars, in case you kids never watched broadcast television in the early days, essentially is just when a cable channel goes, we give up. We don't know what to do. Shit sucks. Well, they also used to test out. I sound like the oldest person in the world. I'm just not going to do it anymore. Having said that, very interesting results thus far in. If you guys are enjoying this, a like, a comment, a subscribe. That's all we ask here. And I mean, if you want to be so nice to go over to our Patreon, you can find us patreon.com/grappling hour. That shit's super dope. And we would love it if you guys play along, go check out our stuff, become Patreon subscribers. That really does mean a lot. And it says, this is nothing like wrestling. I get at least 30 minutes to recover before the next match. Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah. I have been to tournaments where all of a sudden you just see me looking out and going like, am I up again? Uh-oh. I definitely have been to tournaments where they're like, did you just go somewhere else? And I go, yeah. And they go, nope, sucks. You're up again. I go, oh, okay. Thought you were going to give me time to rest, but just going and killing myself is also a possibility. So thank you for that. Watch along here. Putting that up for people to follow on the Facebook. If you guys are joining us, let us know if you enjoy what you're seeing so far. What has been the match of the day thus far in? I mean, a 7-second submission is still freaking the day topping moment, I think. And I'm going to actually take a look to see if... I wonder if Flow clipped it. If they are smart, they would. I know the statement I made doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but does look like that. Michael Sands, yep, they did put that in there. Did give some props to Jet Thompson. Yep. Gave some notes to Max Hansen, Cameron Hurd. So they're giving credit to all the people that you would expect them to. They're show ponies, if you would. All right, Reese Lefevre in on overtime right now, maybe looking to pass the guard against Carlos Sands, who's doing a pretty good job of trying to stop the pass. We are talking about flow. I mean, sure, dude. Flow is not the best. But, man, congratulations are in order for Rafa Ferreira, who will continue on, gets a submission, and will move to the next round. All right, Reese Lefevre now has 2 points. 2 points over Carlos Sands, and still has 1 minute and 36 seconds left to work. So even if he stays out of trouble, that's going to give him some trouble to look at. Speaking of which, we're going to now look on over to mat number 7. Mat number 7, that is Andrew DeGraff, who's been off to a very, very strong day. Let's put him as our official match to watch right now. So that is mat number 7 is our advisory. Mat number 7 is our advisory. And Reese Lefevre looking to try and take a leg home from Carlos, who is holding him off. I think he's trying to see how much time he has left. But Reese, like a mechanic, does excellent work in those positions. All right, because we're starting to get the bigger boys out, you will see things move very quickly now. I do believe and I could be wrong here, I thought it was the 88 kgers had about 100. And then the women's had just about as many in the middle category as the men did at plus 99 kg, which begs the question, should these men just be grateful for their opportunity to have a free bid in a world where these women who are competing this weekend, it's essentially meaningless? But the important thing to note is there's not enough women competing. They should be lucky that they get their shot, because you need to have numbers like the 99 kg category, which has 45 people? 45 people. But who's counting? Ooh, on the bottom, that is a Kimura, power Kimura for a sweep. I think the opponent was thinking about tapping right there. I think you're about to see a tap. Ooh, yep, does get it. They stop it immediately. Oh, no. Oh. And he's good, I think. At least the camera is panned down. And you won't get to see the hand raise because they were too busy pointing the camera at the floor. Womp womp. Hey, speaking of submissions, over on mat number 8, it looks like there is a head and arm choke. The face is turning an entirely different color. But now, yeah, I would start attacking the wrist, bro. You want to start blocking things out at that point. But you've still got a pretty good head and arm here. You just don't want to burn out the hands. That's really what you're looking to make sure you stay healthy on. Okay. We're about to take a quick look. All right. Andrew DeGraff still happening. Mat number 7. 0-0 on that side. So DeGraff, and it looks like Tristan Sains, those two are going to be at a standstill. So it's going to come down to some wrestling there. And back on mat number 8, that pressure is relentless. He is still looking for that head and arm, may not get it. Kyvon Gonzalez on mat number 3. So mat number 3 is where that is happening. Let us see if we can give you some updates elsewhere. I can tell you what is coming up here in just a second, but in the meantime, if you're enjoying this, a like, a comment, a subscribe wherever you are watching would be incredibly appreciated. Well, I can tell you this much right now. We're going to clear 3 hours easy, no problem, with no interruptions, no breaks. So I think that's worthy of just getting a like, a comment, or subscribe. And if you're watching somewhere other than the Grappling Hour, I would love it if you take a second, go to Grappling Hour on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. I don't call it X because I don't recognize it. But give us a like, give us a follow. Would mean the world to us. So thank you so much for your advanced pressure and passing that you do to make your way on over to giving us some love. It does go a long, long way for us here. Thank you. All right. We're going to check things out on the other side of the world. I'm going to look to see what other notes and observations you guys have come up with here. But this is really incredible to see all of you guys getting up early to watch along with the rest of us. And it does look like Kayvon Gonzalez is out of the tournament now. So congratulations to his opponent for getting that done. Keith Krikorian will get an advisory. Keith Krikorian is coming back on mat number 3. So we're going to put an advisory for mat number 3, folks. Keith Krikorian will return there. Let's look to see who else is coming up. Flava Flav is still happening on mat number 4. And let us move now. I think that's the overtime period on mat number 8 with Jacob. Jacob's been doing great. It's really fun to watch him do his shit today. Somebody's going by the name Patty Ice. Of course, it's a 10th planet person before you ask, but noted. Patty Ice is on docket. Keith Krikorian happening right now. We'll come back to that. But Keith is on... My apologies. I just had it. I thought Keith was on 3. Yes, Keith is happening on 3. He's currently on bottom. We'll give you some other updates here. Rafa Freya about to make his way back on over to mat 4. Rafa back on mat number 4. That's happening very soon. DeGraff back on mat 7 still. Yep, and they're about to go to a referee's decision. That'll be very interesting to see how they play that one. Gianni Grippo is coming back up there, and Ian Morkin is about to make his way back to mat number 7 very shortly. So Jacob Howarth, friend of the show, is about to make his way on to mat number 8 in just a second. So keep eyes on those folks. And I think Tristan Saenz is going to get the upset win over Andrew DeGraff. DeGraff, a beast into his own right, but they go to a scoreless match, but he gets the referee's decision there. So that is a very fun one to watch. And it says, damn. Just got me for 155. LO, I thought it was for 1 month. Yeah. How do I say this? You have it for a year. Now, will you watch other things? Probably not. There's other content, but most people here don't. Like, they don't. Polaris is coming on, and apparently they're trying to make a Polaris versus a Who's Number One. Sure. Okay. I mean, they're both good brands. I don't know that I need to see them go against each other. Like, I don't know that I need a crossover. I think they exist in their own worlds. And I think Polaris does an excellent job of giving a spotlight to the people across the pond. So I think that's good. Who's Number One is supposed to be like a showcase event. So having those two go up against each other doesn't make logical sense other than just we want an event and we want to give people the opportunity to go against each other. I don't know that I want to see that one there. That's just my opinion. You guys might be into it. Keith passing the leg to the other side. He's trying to control his opponent so he doesn't stand up all the way. But Emilio Hernandez really trying to work as best he can to get his leg free of that danger. That knee line still in danger. Oh, Keith was thinking about a wrestle up, but nah, it doesn't get it. He loses control of the leg. Now we're at the points part. So it is the wildest thing to go from 0 points to points. And you know what? That actually might be a good exercise for my kids to play. I think we might have to do a points versus no points session. Now they're not ready for ADCC. Let's be very clear. But I think it's a good exercise to do every once in a while. All right, let's take a look at who is up right now. We will remind you guys who's on deck here in a second. Ian Morkin back on mat number 7. So friends of the show, Ian Morkin happening mat number 7. Keith Krikorian in on a leg. I think he might have missed the small timing of it, but he has a great grip to readjust. There is a heel hook opportunity, but more than that, he has snapped. Amelia does a great job, gets the leg free over on that side. All right, Ian Morkin in on some incredible work already. He has his opponent on the ground. We're going to try and move the legs, so we're already off to a good start. Keith Krikorian in on the back, though. So now with Keith on the back, I think he's got plenty of time to work. It's a minute 52 for a rear naked choke opportunity. And just the way I know Keith, I think he's got a good shot at finishing it here. And yep, that's going to get them to the tap right then and there. Keith Krikorian advances. And I think with that, Keith Krikorian will make it to tomorrow. So congratulations are in order for him. Let's go ahead and look at mat number 1. Mat number 1, the gentleman named Patty Ice. Now, listen, dude. I guess they have to go by whatever you put on Smooth Comp. But would you go up to this gentleman and be like, can you show me an ID that says you're Patty Ice? Because don't you need ID to show that you are a citizen here? So wouldn't you need to match? I don't know. I'm asking too many questions. However, Patty Ice might be in on a heel hook. Good question. Lots of spinning happening there. No heel hook on that opportunity. We are just short of 3 hours non-stop talking by yours truly. No breaks, no anything, no performance enhancing steroids to talk on this program. So I think what better way to reward a guy who doesn't shut up and is giving you free results than to like, comment, and subscribe at the Grappling Hour on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. What are the other ones? I keep forgetting what they are at this point. Instagram. So we are reporting here live from New Ground Jiu-Jitsu. Our friends were so kind to let us do a broadcast out of here today, and it has been incredible. I see this. Yes, Bryce, you are correct. Bryce saying Keith with the rear naked choke. That secures him his opportunity to compete tomorrow to do it again. He is already an ADCC Trials champ. Him doing it again would punch his ticket to go back. And speaking of punching his ticket to go back, my screen just blipped on mat number 3. So it looks like mat number 3 went down. Let's hope they revisit that and check that very soon. But does look like they fixed it right now. Morkin in a little bit of danger. That looks like an arm bar. Gets it out, shakes it out accordingly very nicely. 2:21 left to work there. There is 0 points on that particular match. And let me see here. Steroids. Sorry, my English is bad. So wait, you selling? No, I think your English is just fine. I'm going to be the first person to get USADA tested in the comment section. Speaking of which, heel hook opportunity in mat number 2. Looks like that is with Sam Poston and Tyler McKee. And I think if that was Sam that was going in for that leg lock, didn't quite get it. Ian Morkin still going to work here. Minute 20 left to go. You have to feel, though, that Ian really wants that to go into overtime, honestly, because his gas tank is good. It goes more wrestling-based, so we will see. We will see if that does make its way, but his opponent does have some mission threats from underneath. It's been very fun to see him go to work, and, you know, he's not taking the bait to stand back up with Ian. Ian kind of sidestepping right now. A minute exactly left to go. Looks to start trying to pass off the knees. So there is that. They can test me. I'm going to fail. I'm on TRT, but I need it. You don't say. With your 600-pound bench. Color me shocked here, sir. And from the same system that ELL Romero came through? What? No, not you guys. In any event, Ian Morkin still has about 20 seconds to go. I don't think he has points here, so we'll see how that goes. Not quite sure if Patty Ice got it done, but still the wildest name of the tournament thus far in. But Ian Morkin about to go into overtime, it would appear. Matt Mash, we'll do an advisory here. Matt Mash as the match to watch. Matt Mash is on mat number 4. Him versus Flava Flav. Mash is a savage, though. I love this kid. He, if you ever watch him lose, he doesn't lose in a small way. He loses because he's trying to make something incredible happen. So he's incredibly fun to watch. Flava Flav is, a guy who had a podcast, does have a podcast. I don't know. He did it for like a heartbeat. But, normally with us who do podcasts, you don't think of us as competitors. He's proven himself to be a very good competitor, getting really, really good comp experiencing over the years. And one thing that you have to say about him is he goes out there and he's down to scrap. And this is somebody you're going to scrap with. Like, I don't often allow people to say that jiu-jitsu's a match or a fight. But if you have a match with Matt Mash, it's a fight. So those two boys are scrapping right now. That is on mat number 4. Mat number 4, in case you guys wanted to catch up with what is happening there. I'm going to see here, I think this is going to start rounding out the rest of the 88 kgers. So Ian Morkin and his opponent, Dilio Braithwaite from the Lab Martial Arts, trying to go to work. And I think with these attempts at submissions, Ian Morkin really needs to get a submission attempt or a takedown. He needs to get some points here because I could easily see them giving a decision just based off of those criterion that they have right now. So, with that, Ian Morkin's day may be coming to a close. But speaking of coming to a close, right now, Matt Mash looking to take the back. He's pretty close here. He just is deficient a hook, and it is time for those points to play an item. And what's great about this is, even if he does that should be enough. I think he should have had that. But meanwhile, back up on the Ian Morkin match. Ian Morkin has 51 seconds to get some points. And it's still, nope, his opponent has 2 points off of that series, which I thought he might. So it says, we came out the same year. Of course you did. And then Kevin Sherry asks, can you show the matches? And you know what's so great? LOL Snapped started the answer for me, which is, Kevin, no, man, you have to pay the $155 or they'll cancel the channel. Exactly. Thank you. And it says, good thing Flow paywalls this niche tourney so we can grow the sport. So, Kevin, I think what you're trying to do is argue some semantics here. I mean, you pay for the UFC, and yes, that is a huge sport, but that is how they make their revenue. In jiu-jitsu, we don't have a TV deal, and I think that is a huge problem. But I think as we continue to grow, I think you're going to see more and more free components happening here. I think you're just complaining because you don't want to pay it. Which is fine, but that's why I'm giving you the free results here. Like, I am trying to give you notes and results and describe things that are happening to you. It's like somebody being like, I'm hungry, and somebody gives you some food. It's like, I'm hungry, and you go, I literally put food in front of you. Nope, I'm hungry. Heard. But anyway, thank you for your interpretation as to how to grow the sport. I really do feel like Flow, for all of its faults, I don't know that this is something you can really fault them on. I think they bought a product, and I think they're entitled to having a distribution with it however they deem fit. And it just said, LOL, I just paid it on accident. I'm pretty pissed about that 155, man. Yeah, I know. Listen, bro, I'm doing my best to give you guys all the results for free 99. Jacob Howarth currently on mat number 8. Think they're about to reset them. Jacob's a friend of the show. I hope he does well. So pulling for that man to do a great day of business here. And Johnny Grippo is back on mat number 7. Mat number 7 there. It says the stream is not worth under 55 to watch a camcorder stream a match, except you couldn't spell it right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't love some of the aspects of the way that they film it as well. That's fine. But, God, it's going to sound like I'm doing a commercial for them. Okay, think about it like this. $155 a month. Divided by 12. Okay, so it's like what? 13, 14 bucks a month? It's not the end of the world for that kind of quality. It's just we are getting to an age where people are getting a little more scarce with their money. But I do think it is important to support grappling, and I do feel like that is a way to support it. And ooh, on mat number 7, that was a savage armbar for Gianni Grippo. Congratulations in order to him. What I can tell you is this. I think it's going to need to be a mixture of things, but it's not going to come from Flow Grappling. You're going to need to support the sport and show that there is a consumer base that is willing to spend money. Otherwise, the sport won't go anywhere, and it will always be behind a paywall. So you have to continue supporting it in more than just that way. So somebody who complains about paying a certain price for it doesn't make it a very valuable commodity. So you aren't helping the cause either. This is just somebody who works in TV. It's okay. You can explain it to me as you feel. Your stream is good, though. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to stop being mean to you then. That's very nice of you. It says, for a little guy, you're not too bad. Another, I appreciate you. Oh, snapped. What did I do to merit being a little? Anything. I'm just average size, bro. I'm not. You know what it is? Every time I hear you talking, just because they call you the Cuban Missile Crisis, I'm gonna just start doing it in the Yoel Romero voice, which is gonna be like, "Hey, for a little guy, you are not so bad, brother. I appreciate you, bro." And it says, hello, good luck. We have the Moneyberg black belt. Oh my goodness. Greetings from Argentina. What up, Argentina? Is this one of my good pro wrestling friends out that way? Gabriel. Hey, have you hit any wrestling moves yet? And thank you for the reminder here, Bryce. Appreciate that one. We'll do the advisory on over for Hoffa. That is on mat number 4. And you can tell that Hoffa is at work because he is moving around like an insane human being. Look at how fast he transitions. But yeah, Jacob Howarth back on mat number 8 as well. Woo, that is a busy ass day for all of our friends. So many people competing today. It's hard to keep tabs on every single one of them, but I think we've been doing a pretty good job so far. And guys, guess what? We're coming at 3 hours. Look at the timestamp on this bitch. 3 hours nonstop talking from this guy. Have not taken a break yet. I will at some point, I'm sure, but like, come on. If you haven't liked, subscribed, or commented, or done anything, like followed my page, like, bro, I'm giving everything to you guys. Most of you guys can't even roll for an hour. I literally just talked for plus time. And who the fuck downvoted this shit? I'm going to find you guys. I'm a sick LOL snapped on you guys now at this point. It says, you should have seen when Alec had me on his stream. It did numbers. Good to know. I appreciate that, man. Oh, Alpha Freya gets it done with another submission right now. Congratulations to him. That is what's up. And it said, LOL rematch against Riley Golden. Absolutely. Looks like we're about to go to overtime with Jacob Howarth. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, overtime on that side. Hoping good things from my boy Jacob. Let's get this shit done. Armin Fathi on mat number 6. And I think that's the latest one I'm seeing. We'll get some updated versions of what's happening here. And it said, this man might be the AI. No, this man might be the AI. No, you the AI, my friend. How dare you say that about me, Joel Romero? I'm #1 in heart. I gotta be careful about how much I do that. I'm talking all weekend long, so I want to make sure I don't fucking blow out my voice because I'm doing a fucking Joel Romero voice. No, it's just talent, dude. That's all I have. Thank you. All right, come on, Jacob. Let's get this takedown, brother. Let's do some sort of points. By the way, everybody, if you do enjoy this, again, like, comment, subscribe wherever you are watching this. I'm going to tell you guys we are now currently firmly in the 88 kg category. So, in theory, I think this would be the one I compete in. Yikes. Don't love the thought of that, honestly. And it says, LOL, he sounds like one of us. I'm not bad at impressions, sir. I do a few. That's all. Gabriel, you still here, bro? You got to tell me what's going on. How's everything going in Argentina? Are you watching along? Did you order it? Are you not watching it? You got to tell me what's going on there, bro. Okay, I'm looking to see. Whose name is Shamos? That is incredibly wild. So good to see. Okay, folks, it is a busy, busy day here at the gym. I'm broadcasting on a new ground jiu-jitsu. My name is Raf Esparza. I host a show called The Grappling Hour. I hope you like this show. We're trying to give you as much bang for the buck. Put the link to your channel. Yeah, well, I got you. We're going to do two. The first link I'm going to do is to my YouTube channel. And I hope that you guys watch it there. I hope you enjoy that one. And that is going to come from my boy Inside BJJ's. And then I'm going to put up my Patreon because I would love for you guys to see the interviews that we will likely get with people who do end up winning this. So one thing about us here at this show, I am pretty fast at booking whoever ends up winning these things. And the people who do end up winning end up coming on my show. And speaking of which, woo, I think Jonathan Blank on mat #7. Let's do an advisory for that one. Love seeing that. He popped up on surprised by that to me. I knew he was going to be competing. And again, I got to say this honestly, I was supposed to get updates on who and what was competing. But man, on mat #2, there's a nasty Kimura grip. And once they get into the 88 kg category, it gets really dicey. I do think Jacob eked out a win. We'll find out right now, though. What the hell is a Patreon? Is that a new YouTube? Brother, a Patreon is a member service where people can watch my stuff. Now, I have lots of free component stuff, but it's where I put my interviews, where people can see my interviews 30 days before anybody else. And as I was just mentioning, the people you see win here do tend to come on my show. We do make efforts to book those folks who do end up winning these. And from there, they come on the show. We talk about their matches. We got a mix of new and old people. So sometimes, you know, big names like Gary Tonin or like Keith Kokorian or tons of other people who have been on my show. Craig Jones has been on my show. I mean, we've had a who's who, and we like to pride ourselves on being most everybody's first interview. So what ends up happening is you see them first, and then they go to free for everybody 30 days after the fact. But you'll find out information that other people have already known like a month in advance if you do mine. It's just $5 a month. And I don't know where you're from, so LOL snapped. In Cuban money, I'd like to think it's still $5, but if it's not, you know, I'm worth it, bro. Let's put it this way. You could mess up and still not pay as much as you did for Flow Grappling and enjoy this man. Just saying, bro. This dude does a lot of fun stuff on his show. And it says, come send it. I will sub just to Tiziano Grippo. Ask him about the stalker. I mean, there is that. Where are you watching? I thought I just put it up, so I'm not sure if you saw it in the chat section, but Inside BJJ put it up, and it's patreon.com/grappling hour or youtube.com/grappling hour. Those are the two places you can catch most of my stuff. And I'm also on Instagram at grappling hour as well. For sure. It says, I'm in Texas now. I know, but I don't know if you're still trying to pay in Cuban money. Don't tell me how you do things. I don't know. Okay, let's see who else is going on. David Garmo is on mat number 3. Friend of the show, David Garmo is on mat number 3. Armin Fathi is on mat number 6. And Jonathan Blank is still happening on mat number 7. Mat number 7. And it looks like Blank is ahead 3-0. So he's still got a few minutes left to go before things get a little bit dicier. But Garmo on mat number 3 looking pretty good right now, honestly. Oh, it says, oh, look, I'm on the real channel. Look at that shit. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being on, sir. Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know where everybody finds us, so I just always like to tell people, always subscribe to my stuff. Ooh, that is a footlock that is happening. Straight footlock. It's a little high on mat number 1, but it could be a real finish there. Speaking of a finish, does look like there is a finish on mat number 2. Congratulations are in order. Let's look up some results real quick because I want to make sure I didn't miss a ton. It's not letting me do that. Okay. Let's look up who's coming up next then. Going to do a revise on my iPad to see what updates I can give to you guys. We do still have David Garmo on mat number 3. Garmo looking pretty good right now. So happy to see him doing well, friend of the show. Love seeing this. Nathan Haddad is going to be on mat number 7. Nathan is a beast. Good friend. Love seeing him return back to form. And I think we're about to see him go to work. Again, mat number 7. So it looks like right as we finish on the Jonathan Blank match, which looks like it comes to an expiration. Blank gets the win. Congratulations are in order to him. We're about to see Nathan Haddad make his way onto the mats for his first match today. Okay. So let's see who's coming up on these mats very shortly. Patty Ice is going to make his return on mat number 1. David Garmo's there right now. William Porter will be up there shortly in a second. Then you've also got Vince Barbosa on mat number 6 a little bit later. Steve Joachim is on mat number 7 shortly. And those are some of the big names that are coming up in just a few seconds. So let's all stay together on this. Very excited to have you guys joining us. My name is Raf Esparza. You are watching the Grappling Hours coverage of all things ADCC. And LOL snapped. That's what I like to see, bro. Much love and appreciation. You know what? We do a little cheers thing on this. This toast goes on out to LOL snapped. LOL snapped. A lot of you don't know something about him, which is this man came from Cuban. He's known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. But really, he hasn't been too much of a crisis in this chat. He's been nothing but a compliment and a true gent, even though I'm not rolling with him because, let's be honest, he trains with Roberto Jimenez. Well, like, what am I going to have for you, bro? And let's be honest, don't call me short. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people are actually short. Nonetheless, got much love for you, LOL Snap. Thank you for joining, and thank you for becoming a member of the Patreon. It means a lot to me, my man. Cheers to you. Like, are you trying to say jabroni? We have to go over some colloquial spellings here in a second here, sir. But I mean, you knowing a different language, I can't make fun of you too much. And it says, I'm a full-time NCAA championship for Oklahoma. I mean, like I said, dude, I'm not going to wrestle with you. What are we talking about here? However, I will pro wrestle against you because then I'll cheat. Like, if we live in a world in pro wrestling where Rey Mysterio could beat the Big Show, I can beat you in pro wrestling. But not this NCAA bullshit. That's not going to work. See, I'm going to teach you, we have to teach you how to spell jabroni. It's a really important word that you got to know. All right, friends, let's see who's coming up right now. I think this is about to update. So, Gerard James. That is mat number 4. You definitely want to watch him. But Nathan Haddad still has our love and support, so we're going to give him the nod here first. Nathan Haddad, beast, good guy, and looks like he's in decent shape up top on that very first mat. So hopefully things are continuing to go well for him in that region. We're going to stay with this for the time being. And we hope that you guys are enjoying your day here with us at the Grappling Hour. We've been having a blast thus far in. This has been one of the funnest days that we've had. We always love doing these long broadcasts because it gives us an opportunity to meet new people, to have some yucks, watch a lot of our friends do dope shit. For example, Nathan Haddad looking in on this Kimura from up top. He's trying to isolate the arm. His leg he's keeping inside of half guard, but now thinking about a straight arm lock. He's holding it in place. I mean, Nathan is a beast. If you are familiar with this game, this man is very underrated as a grappler, and I love seeing him get his due. We will see how he responds to today's big task at hand. But Gerard James already looking to put heavy pressure with just 1 minute in. Look at the way he's stuffing this knee. Beautiful knee staple there. That's happening on mat number 4. Nathan Haddad now looking to try and make that Kimura even more punishable. And over on mat number 8, we have an ADCC style guy with no rash guard going on right now. I see this, the fake wrestling. I mean, it's the real wrestling if we think about it. You just use the word jabroni. You can't call it fake. It's seeped its way into the real world. Ooh, Gerard James just kind of gets bucked down a little bit on the sweep. His opponent might have just had a great wrestle-up opportunity. You won't find too many of those against Gerard. And he's back to work. I would have tried to hit that sweep with literally everything in me. And it says he's doing pretty good, yes. And it says he does fat people jiu-jitsu, man. I like it for such a little guy. It's so funny. Ooh, that Kimura is in for Nathan Haddad, who gets the finish. Speaking of getting a finish on mat number 8, that was a finish for, it looks like, Matt Control? Yes, Matt Control with the win over there. So congratulations to those boys. Okay. We are staying with this action. Lots of very cool matches still ahead right now. Gerard James is probably the one you want to keep your eyes on. That's on mat number 4. Mat number 4, they're about to get into points. Ooh, but there is a heel hook on mat number 1 with Chuck O'Neal and Gary Rayburn. Gerard James kind of in some trouble here. The leg was under duress, but finds his way out pretty effortlessly, so kudos to him. Okay. Lots of action still to come. We're going to give you some updates of some folks that are about to make their way in here. Patty Ice makes his return to mat number 1, quickly followed by Quentin Rosenzweig, friend of the show, who's coming up. Jacob Howarth, no, versus Sean Yadamarco. Oh, my God. That's going to be a great match. Sean is a savage. Love to see that pairing. Don't love that it's both of our friends who have to go to against each other so early, but it is what it is. And can tell you this, LO Snapped, gird your loins on mat number 5 in 2 bouts. You got Alec Balding making his debut for today's broadcast. Then a little bit later on mat number 6, Vince Barbosa is going to be making an appearance, followed by Las Vegas's very own 10th Planet standout Nick Ortiz, who I really like. Incredible speed and savagery on his side. Meanwhile, mat number 7, you got Steve Joachim coming up, followed by Nathan Haddad again, who doesn't get much time off on that side. So just to let you guys know, a little bit of off-camera happening right now on mat number 5 as they have to readjust the table. But don't worry, we will rebuild, we will recover. And no, that's not who I... Okay, great. Just making sure. All right, Gerard James, 0-0, minute 32 left to go on that side. There's a back take over on mat number 6. Mat number 6, a back take, which with a body triangle right now, not looking very good. Not looking very good for that mat right there. I think that could spell the end of it. And there is somebody darting at Kevin Crane, and they're going to go off mats. Nope, they actually did that. What you got in that cup? Some acai? Brother, no, this is a shit ton of coffee I made this morning. And I'm only halfway through it. I literally made 2 sets of coffee and put it into the cup because I knew how long I'd be here today. And I knew I needed, like, dude, when we have to wake up and I'm getting up at like 5:45, 6 a.m. to do this broadcast, I'm like, nope, gonna need some energy. It's gonna be a long ass day, y'all. But, ooh, excellent control work there. Mat number 7, or mat number 8, what looked like some initial incredible speed and agility by an opponent right now comes back to bite him. Kevin Crane is going to advance, I think, in this position. Gets a heel hook finish. Left his leg there a little bit too dicey, but man, was putting the pressure on Kevin Crane, so credit to him. Meanwhile, Ethan and Gerard James still 0-0, but that takedown, back take, it's got to kind of slow it down here. I'm not sure that's enough time for control, but Gerard James looking for a rear naked choke to advance. He's got to be pretty careful because this thing happens very quickly. He gets shucked off, and they're going to go into some overtime right now. All right. We're looking at Vince Barbosa, who's coming up right now from Simple Man Martial Arts. That's going to happen on mat number 6. So he's coming up. Let us look and see if there's anybody else who's been added to the prize pool. But there's a lot of stuff still to come, you guys. And it says, let me see what I'm reading here from you. It's a note that says they're plotting on Nathan. They put him out with giving him a break. Dude, that's how fast it goes, man. Especially in these weight classes where there's less and less people, it's fast turnaround times. It's a nice cup. Well, thank you. My wife got it. She got out. She's a big like, ooh, it's Starbucks cup time. I'm gonna get a new Starbucks cup, and I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I would have kept it in the Grappling Hour cup that I have because I have a nice little mug that we have sold in the past. I don't know if we'll continue to sell. We'll see. But actually, I think it is available on Shopify. Anyway, nonetheless, I have a mug, but I'm like, dude, I can't drive around with the coffee in the mug. And if I'm going to spill it, or if I'm going to just put it in here and then spill it into the mug, it's just too much extra work. I'm just going to bring this. So far, so good. Anyway, reminder to you guys, a like, a comment, a share, wherever you're watching this would be incredibly appreciated. Very much goes a long way for us. And, you know, it's near and dear to my heart. Makes me feel love. Just saying. It's so nice if you guys could do it. I mean, it's cool if you can. But yeah, it's super dope if you guys are able to do that now. Let's look to see what new developments have taken place here. Gerard James, Ethan, down to the last minute 56 in overtime now. Not much happening in that other mat there, so we'll go ahead and stay off of those for the time being. But some passing happening over on mat number 8. And it says, see the people who wear these glasses here are all just sneaky jiu-jitsu people. They do little wrist lock and stuff. Yeah, dude, because it works. I like to tell people, I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to go home sooner. I'm not here to just, be here forever. Oh, God, Mo's out here trying to tell them exactly what the positioning was. Mo has all of his attentions put on this Ethan Wagner and Jared James match. That's a toe hold that's not bad. Takes it to try to attack the leg. It's 1:50. Passes it over to the other side. That's a heel hook there. That's going to be, I think, a tap for... No tap. Oh, God, he just launched his fucking opponent off like that. So it says, send the link. We'll buy one to support. I don't drink coffee, but I'll use it for juice or something. I mean, bro, juice? Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and get that out for you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's so funny because sometimes I'm like, do I have that still on the store? Grappling Hour mug. Let's find out. Shopify Grappling Hour. I think there's like an old t-shirt on there still. There we go. Oh no, it's Spotify. I hate how close these things are. Oh boy, this thing is continuing to go on and on and on. We are very close to, I think, seeing a result on that one. It says halftime in the football game. Anything big to report? No, all the people you think are winning are winning. Like, honestly, you'll find out more tomorrow because that is when I think more of the people start kind of dropping like flies. Like right now, we're still very much in the mode of, oh no, Keith Krikorian won. Oh no, Rafael Ferreira won. Who could have ever seen that happening? But yeah, I haven't seen one major upset yet, honestly. The biggest upset so far has to be like Andrew DeGraff. And I see Steve Joachim, Captain America, on mat number 7, who's just throwing up the guns right now. Okay, Jared James and Ethan Wagner about to find the overall decision, and Jared James gets the decision win. Little bit of a disappointment there for Ethan Wagner. I think that one definitely tested him here today, but congratulations are in order for him. Steve Joachim wearing that arm brace. Wonder if that's indicative of him being what does Diva win? I don't know what that means. Dova did not win. And it says, see, I told you he's a wrist locker. I told you it's the glasses, man. I'm never wrong about these things. That's very funny. And it says, no steroids. Popping, no steroids. LO. I'm natural other than the TRT I just started taking. That's because my levels were 260 when they did my test. Well, maybe you should have studied more. Oh, God. Who the hell was that on mat number 8? That dude was literally just pushing that head down in a very aggressive manner. Oh, my God. Neck would never recover from that, and it looks like he gets what he wants because that is a tap. Wow. That was impressive. Yep, don't know his name because they took it away. But very impressive there. Steve Joachim still holding his hands nervously, waiting for somebody to come play with him. Okay, Vince Barbosa is currently behind by 4 points against Ivan Loya, and it looks like that match is done now. Right now, they are fighting Scrub. Oh, Joachim gets a walkover. His first opponent not there right now. All right, I get it. And it says, LOL at studying more for the T-test. I'm just saying, bro. Can tell a student who studies and one who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? All right. I thought at this point we're supposed to see Jacob Howarth Ugh. Did I just miss that one? Oh, that's going to piss me off. All right, well, Nathan Haddad is back on mat number 7. That fucking sucks. Ugh. All right, let me pull that up. Jacob Howarth. Howarth. Sean Yanamarco got it by submission very quickly. Good on him. I knew it was going to be a rough match to watch. And then Joe doubling down on the joke. Absolutely. Only a coward would. Mat 5, rear naked choke attempt there. It's looking pretty good. No rash guard ADCC style. Looking pretty solid. And I think that is Avery Brooks, who's going to be working very closely for the next 4.5 minutes on a submission from the back. Working to cinch that up, and he's got plenty of time to do so. Nathan Haddad taking on Roy Jimenez. So that's what's going on right now. Plus, our good friend Nick Ortiz on mat number 6. Nick Ortiz, mat number 6. And I think he's in on a head and arm choke. Versus Calvin. So let's see what happens here. But I really do feel like he's got a pretty good start with 4 minutes, 57 seconds left to go there. That's a lot of time to work. Our friend Jonathan Blank is now on mat number 1. Looks like Patty Ice is happening over on mat number 1 for our time, but they're going to reset and we'll see that happen. Saw a finish happen over on mat number 4. We'll get more information on that one here in a second. But Jonathan Blank against Gabriel Tallet. Yeah, Avery Brooks with time to work there. Plenty of time to work. Okay. Okay, back to football. Good luck to all the PGF vets. Yes. It's very funny. I mean, he's not wrong. When you do the PGF, it becomes kind of like a fraternity. So you are really much rooting for all of those folks to do well. It just is reminiscent of when Issa Rae was just like, I'm rooting for everybody who's black. They just left it at that. It's like, that's the version of that, but just PGF. I'm rooting for everybody in the PGF. Cutting all that weight in a week and a half killed my testosterone. Damn, that sucks. And it says, damn, did Alec get smoked? That is a great question because I have been trying to keep eyes for him and I know I missed him. Well, he had a bye the first round. So they're waiting for bout 464. And he's against Douglas Schmidt. So he's up right now. That's mat number 5. So I think that's happening right now. Just to give you the idea. Oh, snapped. He's coming up right now. Nick Ortiz. Oh no, Nick Ortiz in on there's a power Kimura against him, but he managed to find his way back on up and now is going to go back to passing. Didn't like seeing that there from my boy. But looking good for Nathan Haddad, who's now up on top and is going to be able to start attacking from that top position. Okay, that's looking a little bit better for him. I want Nathan to get a win. Oh, there he is. Look at that ray of sunshine. That dude has too much white hair and a beard. Wow, what a perfect cartwheel pass on mat number 8. That's Matt. No, that's not his name. Oh, it says Matt Cantwell. I was like, if his name's Matt Cartwheel, fired. Get out of here. It's what happens when their names get so tiny. I'm like, is this dude's name really Cartwheel? Because I'm not going to call him that. Refuse. If you guys are enjoying this broadcast, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. If you are watching this anywhere that is in the Grappling Hour, you can check out all of my stuff at Grappling Hour on all major platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that good jazz. Nick Ortiz, power half right now. Opponent tried to shake him off. Nick Ortiz has the back. That should be points. That's 3 points. Nick Ortiz now ahead 3-0. We'll see if he's able to make any adjustments from that, but very pleased to see that result happening for him right now. And yes, he's going to work to get underneath that chin. He's close. He's close. Patty ice on mat number 1. All right. I think they're about to get to work with Alec Balding on mat number 5. Mat number 5. You know what? We'll put up an advisory because he's the homie. Mat number 5 for Alec Balding. Here we go. And it says, man, that's an easy matchup. I mean, your first rounds are supposed to be a little bit easier, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to make it in. And if you're Alec, I want him to advance, so I'll take an easy first round. But the question is he going to be easier than advertised? Because that young man there, he's put some heat on Alec already. That was pretty good, but Alec very crafty, wise, nice position on the feet. Made sure to close down any pressure, and now Alec looking in on a choke. Oh, just lost his balance there for a split second. Opponent coming right back up on top. All right, Nathan Haddad, who has, oh my God, 12-0. I think that might be the highest point total I've seen here so far. 12-0, major points there for Nathan. And I think he's going to be able to score it up even more, but I think he's looking for that rear naked choke. And he's still got about 16 seconds. That's really not going to matter because he's going to pick up the win. All right, Nick Ortiz and Calvin. What? Oh. Did he get the submission? Unclear. But Nick Ortiz continues on. All right, guys. Looks like we're about to see the first set of women going up. So this is how the day flies by right now. We are already at the women competing. And this is a huge benefit of there being 400 less competitors. Because if it was not 400 less competitors, we probably would not be at this position that we are right now until about 2 p.m. Honestly. Or they would have added more mats. And as it stands, 10 mats, too many. 8 is okay. I could stay with 8. It's already difficult as is. But I do want to point this out to you guys. Like, when you watch these shows, they really don't make it great to do the multi-viewer experience. Like, when you watch it on air on your app, it's not very friendly to that for whatever reason. So we are definitely doing our best to try and keep eyes on all the mats, but in the future. Would love to see some more improvements there from Flow Grappling, because some of us are paying $155 a year, not a month, a year. Too much. But I'll say this. I will tell you guys, we are having tons of fun. If you are enjoying this, like, comment, subscribe. Wherever you're watching this, drop me a note. Let me know what you're enjoying about this. Well, here's what we're going to do. It looks like Instagram, where is that? Oh, it's telling me that we are reaching certain limitations on where we are broadcasting. So that might actually be an opportunity to take a break here in a second. And I think we will do that. But it shows that we're still on air there, so that's good. Maybe we just don't continue without the grappling hour for the moment. I think we'll likely take a break here in a second to give ourselves some recovery time, because it just told us that it has stopped airing on one of our channels. So let me just double check and see what I see here. Bartender Eddie, I see you. Breakdown Academy, I see you guys. Thank you all for joining in. I mean, it looks like I'm on air still on both of these channels, so I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. No, they don't at all. Alec, too small. Wow. Rude. Rude, sir. And it says, Nathan, pretty much tech, man. I mean, think about it like this. If you can only score points at the halfway point and you still rack up about 12, yikes. Yikes. That's a pretty impressive thing. Oh, nope. I see it finished on Grappling Hour. So I think we reached a limit on that website. But YouTube, everywhere else except for that Instagram live is still going strong. So yeah, I think it looks like they're getting ready to take a break here in a second. So might be a good opportunity for us to kind of catch our breath, let things kind of shake down. But we're going to finish out this Alec Balding match. And then I think what we're going to do is we'll take a momentary break and then we'll return with the last matches here in a second. But everything's kind of on a pause. And it says, man, that little guy is giving Alec a run for his money. I mean, bro, that's why you can't call them easy matches. You're out here just being like, that was easy match. He too easy for him. No, he little man. He can't do anything. And I'm like, bro, I don't know about that. I think that dude's still pretty good. Oh, no. And he has the back. And we're at points. Ooh. Oh, no. Alec, turn, bro. Pass. Come on, Alec. Oh, man. It's weird because you would almost assume that's points, but it's not. So it looks like they're about to go into overtime. So that's what we're having here. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just telling y'all, like, this has been a pretty good day so far. I felt like you guys have been fun to kind of joke around with and converse. And I hope you guys will come back when we come back from our break. But for the most part, this has been a very good experiment in seeing how dedicated you guys are. Because I'll be honest with you guys, the next time we do one of these, it's going to be for West Coast Trials. And I don't know, depending on where it is and how that all goes, we might do a bigger sort of thing. We always do some kind of broadcast or something. And this week, it's kind of hard because next week I put together Subversive and I executive produce that show, and it is exhausting. So just being able to do this today is, I don't want to say it's super impressive, but like it is definitely an achievement. I will say that about it. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this broadcast because we love doing them. We do them for Fight Companions for a number of things, different events. So you definitely want to stick around, try and be here with us as we continue to do fun things more and more. But I think when we take this break and we come back, it'll be the women's matches. And then I think we're going to see some more stuff. I mean, is that the end of it? Are they just going to do most of the women's tomorrow? Like, I don't quite understand what's happening here. I think it is just a break. Because they would probably do the women's just as semifinals. So it would make sense. Plus, don't we have to do... Is that just 99 or 99 plus? Oh boy, that's how lost we get on doing these things, bro. We literally start doing the event, and then halfway you guys ask me questions. I'm like, I don't know. Oh my goodness. You need a Twitch, man. I do have a Twitch. I'm on Grappling Hour on Twitch. And it says, Alex is getting sent home first day. Brother, what referee is doing double guns, showing off the muscles? You calm yourself, referee. Woo! I mean... This dude is definitely put on Alex, so I can agree with that much. But I'm not quite convinced we have seen the end of Alex just yet. We'll have to see what happens here in the next 41 seconds. But his opponent has definitely been doing some good work. I think it's hard-pressed to say he's not trying to put it on him, but that's a very, very strong statement he's been making here today. I'm trying to see what they put up a little bit earlier. So this was kind of what they said, if I read their comment right yesterday on ADCC. It was a little bit on the side where they said athletes and the time. I think Mo had mentioned what the parameters were going to be. I think they said they were going to do like all the women's all together, and I think one of the weight categories a little bit later. So just been trying to keep up with them. And Alec Baldwin gets the win. Congratulations to him. A 0-0 referee's decision. Woo! He eked that one out. Well done. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. It looks like they are already about to get off to the races for the next set of matches. And Alec Baldwin has a match coming up like ASAP. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. We will be back for more. But yes, you're going to want to check whatever channel you're watching right now. Come back in about 10 minutes. We're going to pick up right where we left off. And we were going to finish out this day all together. We've already gotten over most of the hard part. Now we just get to do the fun part. So don't get away, guys. We'll be right back. We'll see you in a few minutes.